What's up, everybody? Mr. Right Way here. We got a full cast of characters, full content creators here tonight. We have been gone for like 2 weeks. And in 2 weeks, a lot of stuff has happened. I mean, Nintendo and PlayStation is taking over the gaming world. And man, you know what? Poor Xbox. Well, we're talking about Xbox tonight. But we got our usual, and also we got somebody brand new, I guess coming from some kind of forest, but we'll talk to her in a minute. Ladies and gentlemen, how you been doing? And turning, Mr. I put him out there. Sorry. Put you out, man. Zelda, hey guy, how you doing, man? I'll push you out and put you back in.
Pretty good, man. Thanks for having me, Alpha, as normal. I'm excited, man. I'm excited. A lot of good topics tonight.
Dude, every time I see you, man, I love that background, all them games and stuff, man.
Yep, I got a full NES set behind me. That's kind of my jam. I might venture into PSP. I'm dabbling a little bit, but for now,
yeah, I know, right? Yeah, the PSP games you got from me last time, man. It was like I was like, okay, go ahead and do the PSP. I don't think it is like those discs. They just like break in the middle sometimes, you know.
Yeah, they're real fragile, super fragile.
They are real fragile.
And then Mr. Omega, what's up, man?
What's going on, people? Hope y'all had a good last 2 weeks, but it was a good reason why we wasn't here last week, especially me. So yeah, we're gonna be getting into that tonight. So I'm excited. I'm excited about tonight. A lot of stuff happened. You would assume the second coming of Jesus Christ happened last week. The last stuff that was happening. So yeah, we're gonna get into it.
Yeah, man. Hey, tell the audience real quick, give them a preview of where were you at last week?
Well, I don't know if I can show it on my phone, but I guess I can just tell people. Last week, everybody knows what happened with the Game Awards, and I personally was invited out by a friend, shout out to you, to attend. So I was there in LA for about 2-3 days, and one of the days I was there, I got to attend that. So yeah, that's why I was at last week. So just in case anybody was wondering why we didn't do it last week, because that was going on and I was in attendance. But I was there though, while everything was happening in real time. So yeah, we're gonna be talking about that something. But yeah. Enjoyed my experience. I really enjoyed it.
Nice. And this man almost missed it, but he been a little under the weather, my boy. Neo Ness, what's up, man?
What it is, I'm back partially. Yes, I had the flu for a couple of days, so if I sound like Darth Vader throughout this mug, don't mind me. But your boy here.
And preparing first on the podcast. She was on the podcast a couple times ago, but I convinced her to start coming back on and doing some stuff, man. Like, it's hard to get this girl out. She's a little lazy, but you know. McClum, out of 9. What's up?
There's a lot going on.
I know.
Hi, it's nice to be back. I'm very opinionated when it comes to games, so I apologize in advance. But you know what? It's all love, right?
Yeah, it's all love.
We're gonna get along just fine. I'm quite opinionated myself, so let's go. We're gonna get into it.
Yeah, you know, some people in the gaming world, they don't like women with an opinion. So I hope you make some people mad tonight. So
making people mad is fun, so it's okay. I like that.
Hey, and I see I got subscribers only on, y'all. I'm gonna change that in just a minute, y'all. But let's Megan, you're mute. Yeah, you go. Unmute yourself. All right.
Now? Okay.
Yeah. All right. Hey, yeah, that's right, man. Okay. Hey, while I fix this little issue, tell everybody about the Game Awards real quick.
Just a brief overview, or like
the whole thing. Yeah, just a little brief overview what you've been doing and stuff.
Yeah. So as I was saying last week, the Game Awards happened with Jeff Keighley starring, all that. It was about a good 4-hour show. And so all that was happening. They was doing a lot of the unveilings, a lot of games. Honestly, I was surprised that they announced. I guess I'll just go ahead and say my quickest one that I was thoroughly shocked. I thought it was dead, gone, buried, all that stuff. I thought it was never going to be seen the light of day again. I thought in order for it to come back, you would have to necromance it, bring it back. Probably got to get Christopher Reeves to do a seance on something for you to see for it ever to do something. Yeah, I'm talking about Turok Origins. Yeah, they announced that, and honestly, I was a little bit floored when I saw that. I said, "Oh man, like if this can recline back full, I would fell out of it." So that was that was one of the biggest surprises to me. And like I said, I was there, and yeah, it's one of those type of things that, because I think they started doing it as like a public thing back in 2022 because that was the first one I went to. So I would highly recommend people to go to it at least one time just to get the experience out of it. So I thoroughly enjoyed it. It's honestly a good place for networking because like I was putting in the group chat, I met like a couple of people within the creator space, some of the people within the industry there. I was sitting a few rows behind some of the Sony Santa Monica team, like people made like God of War, stuff like that. So yeah, it's a really good event to network with, and then I get to see a lot of people that you normally wouldn't see online and stuff like that in an actual public space. So yeah, like if you guys can attend it, especially you guys on the panel, I would definitely recommend going to at least one time.
Sweet. Oh, and Ness, you all right over there? He get his mic fixed. But anyway, we'll get to Ness in a minute. So y'all, like I was saying earlier, Nintendo this year and Sega, Nintendo and PlayStation had a crazy year. I guess kind of before we jump into more of the Game Awards and talk about this stuff, what do y'all been think about these all these leaks, these Switch 2 leaks? Because it's been crazy. I mean, I haven't got to talk with y'all yet, but I've been seeing it, and then in the pot and in our chat, we've been talking about it, and it's like people going to force Nintendo to like talk about this system and see if this stuff is real. It seems like a lot of this stuff is lining up. You got CEOs breaking, like I guess I don't know if it's NDAs or what, but they're like, yeah, that's a Switch 2.
Yeah, like, I'm pretty sure he broke something because they know
100%.
They know you could go on a limb and post something like that and not like nah. Either one thing like I think we missed this in the group chat before. Like they ain't getting no other Nintendo partnerships or contracts ever again after that because that shit was no bueno, sir.
Yeah, if you break an NDA and leak, their big system before they do, you're out of there.
Mm-hmm.
You think Nintendo? Hey, what's up, AE? But I don't know. That was just crazy, right?
Mm-hmm. I'm surprised they didn't do anything yet because I was saying in the group chat, I was like, by Monday they're gonna do something, and we're a week out and we haven't seen nothing. So they probably preparing something special for their ass. I'm just saying. They probably like, oh, y'all did what? Oh, okay. There's a reason why we haven't lost a single trial ever since we started suing people. So it's y'all gonna feel our wrath. So we
that's why I'm not talking about it, right? Because I ain't trying to get them to take over my channel and nothing like that. You just don't know how petty Nintendo can be. Like all these people and watching everybody what they say and what they post and stuff. I ain't doing that, man. Nintendo can come back and like, you know what? And then YouTube gonna side with them because they don't want Nintendo to leave YouTube, and I ain't messing with that. But what are you? Anybody can jump in. What y'all think?
I think that we're probably going to see a direct from Nintendo pretty soon. They didn't do anything at the Game Awards, right? They like to do a Nintendo Direct for their stuff now. So it wouldn't surprise me by Q1 if we see a Nintendo Direct for the official unveiling of the Switch 2 or whatever they're calling it.
Maybe January 3rd, probably the first week of January, maybe. Then it'll be 2 months, January, February, March. I think March, April it'll be released. I'm thinking.
Well, they always give you no time. They'll tell you by the way, in 2 months we're releasing this game, and in 2 months we're releasing a new Switch. Enjoy. Try to find that $600 to go buy a new system.
Yeah. Even their directs, right? Like they'll be like, we're having a direct in 5 minutes. Tune in.
We've always had them by accident.
Yeah, they're really good at doing that because they don't really have to plan out stuff too far in advance like Sony and Microsoft do. They can literally just come in and be like, oh yeah, we got something going on next week or 2 weeks from now or a month from now or whatever, and then people want to tune in. I mean, whenever Nintendo moves, they be making waves. So yeah, it's gonna be the same thing.
Yeah, and they can do that because people are gonna buy it. We're Nintendo, you're gonna buy it, so we ain't gotta, we'll come out and talk about it when we feel like it, and you'll go buy it.
Yeah.
Especially the leaks that's been happening too, because it's like they damn near already showed the thing already. So it's like, bro, like at this point, man, you gotta come out guns blazing at this point, because it's like, nah, because we already seen way too much we ain't supposed to be seeing. So it's like,
do y'all think that was real? Do you think those images are real? Everybody.
Personally, I'm at about before all that stuff started coming out, when we was hearing the specs and everything, I was about 50-50. But then when I started seeing those pictures and how that D brand CEO was acting, I say, bro, I'm at about 80% now, because this shit is wild. Because a lot of those pictures that we were seeing, all of them are lining up. Because there's an old saying, if there's some type of saying or a lie and it's persistent enough, there's some type of truth to it. And everything personally that I've been seeing about it, I mean, all this kind of lines up. So it's, at the end of the day, nothing will ever be 100% until Nintendo themselves come out and say
Yeah.
something. But for you to look at those pictures and all the stuff that was going on, like on Twitter, stuff like that, hey, you got to have your head on the rock to believe like there ain't some type of truth to this, because that's a lot. That was a lot that was coming out, and all of
It is a lot.
too. So it's like, so I'm about an 80% chance that all that stuff is real. So.
Well, if D Brands dropped the skins or the,
Drop the skins. Pause.
the plans, they dropped the plans for the Switch. You got to remember, these were the folks that gave us the first PS5 covers, right?
Mm.
Before Sony got them, they were the first ones to do it. Until Sony was like, "Oh no, y'all taking our money. We could do this on our own."
Yeah.
How much y'all making? Oh no.
Yeah, no, that's what y'all doing. No, take that off. We'll take care of that. Thank you for your service.
The only thing that has me kind of leaning on maybe it's not real is, and maybe this is just me having too much faith in people, but nobody that's the CEO of a company like this, of a major company, could just be that dumb. Because Nintendo's going to sue the pants off of you. Yes, I know. I see your face, and you're right, but that's the only thing that makes me think that maybe that it's not real. Because, like, how dumb do you have to be? It's Nintendo. They sue people over ROMs, bro. You think they're not going to sue you?
Oh,
Like,
well, also with that D brand person, right? They got like a really good lawsuit going against them because they had stole another curator's I think he just totally ripped off his, like, I think it was iPhone or like Mac stuff like that. You got to look at this. I can look it up real quick and see, but D brand Jerry Rig everything. They stole from him. I'm gonna put it up in just a minute, but they stole some stuff from him, and he going on lawsuit still. Going. He got a lawsuit against D Brand too. So they known to do some foul stuff. And then also too, if you remember how they was making fun of somebody in their comments, and then they end up paying them people. So they've been wilding out in 2024.
that was them?
Yeah, that was them.
Oh, wow. Yeah, never mind then. I retract my previous statement. It probably is real then.
Hey,
I'm looking at this right now, like a Verge article. D Brand is suing Casetify, if I'm pronouncing that right, for ripping off his teardown designs.
Okay, it's Casetify. Okay, my man, not D Brand. So it's Casetify.
Casetify.
It's Casetify.
damn.
Okay.
Yeah,
Jerry Rig. It's Casetify. It's Casetify. My bad. Not D Brand. So sorry. Not.
oh damn.
Yeah, it
Yeah,
was
look, man,
Jerry Rig.
all the company got.
Jerry Rig, everything. Yeah, Casetify stole all his stuff.
Please
If you see
disregard.
Huh?
that's
Yeah,
crazy.
Please disregard.
But D Brand, they had another people too. So I don't know, man. That was bold for them to do that, you know.
Mhm.
It sounds like, pun intended, this sounds on brand for them. So it's just, hey, they probably just said, hey, fuck it, excuse my language, but yeah, they said, hey, look. And then what's funny is, because you remember I sent you guys the other picture of there was a Chinese manufacturer that leaked the case. It was like, man, if y'all gonna do, we gonna do it too. I said, oh boy, y'all leave open the floodgates. Let's see if I can
But you know
find
what? It's
that.
so
Hold on.
crazy. It's so crazy, like in the world we live right now. Like everybody want to be the first to report something, or first to like. You just gotta be smart enough with Nintendo. That ain't smart, man. That's just like
There's certain companies you don't do that with, and
You can do that with
like
every
top
other
three.
video game publisher out there, just not Nintendo.
Yeah, you don't tug on Superman's cape and you don't mess with Nintendo stuff, man. It's kind of one of those things.
We still don't talk
Hey.
about Superman.
You don't tug on Superman's cape.
you
You
don't.
don't rip off Nintendo. Listen,
Hey, speaking of
hey.
Superman, that new trailer, I can't wait to see that movie.
Yeah, I wasn't excited until I saw a trailer. I was like, all right, bro, you got me.
All right.
I'm gonna go
Yeah.
see this.
I know this is off topic, and we just had this conversation before we started. How we get off topic real quick. Sorry, but since y'all brought it up, we got to talk about it real quick.
What?
Oh,
Okay. Crypto, cool. I like
Yeah.
the dog look cool. I dig
Okay.
it. I dig it.
I was indifferent about him. That's just me.
It is what it is. But that costume, that suit, man, that was baggy. You ain't see that look like PJs he had on when he
Yeah.
fell in that ice.
Okay, so like the suit, right? The suit is taken away from like a suit he took from like 4 or 5 different Supermans. Like if you study the suit, somebody did a breakdown on the suit. You gotta go look it up. But it's James Gunn took a lot of inspiration from different Supermen to put in that suit. So yeah, I know the suit when you first see but we'll get used to it. Yeah, I get you. Yeah. But also too, did you see the Yamcha pose? Everybody was talking about
Oh,
how
he did get Yamcha'd.
Yeah.
I thoroughly enjoyed that. I thoroughly enjoyed that. That was actually a dope, and I loved how everybody was like, "Oh, he got Yamcha." I'm like, man.
Look, we can't say the movie's gonna be trash, man. We only saw a teaser trailer.
Hey, look,
This is how it is all the time.
I will be optimistic. Okay, I will be optimistic. I'll go see the movie. But you know, I mean,
it's gonna be good.
Undecided, but I'm gonna go in.
Miss Plum Fairy, what you think? You see the Superman? You see the Superman trailer, or are you into superhero movies?
I don't really watch DC films like that because I've never been satisfied with them.
What about the animation then? What about the cartoons? You like the cartoons?
The last time I watched the cartoons was it 2099? It was a long time ago. I'm sorry.
Okay, so you're more of a Marvel girl.
Yeah, I really like the X-Men, and I'm really sad that the films were pretty bad as well. So I don't know.
Damn.
I just read them and just hold hope.
Did you like X-Men? Did you watch X-Men 97?
I watched them all.
Okay.
And
Did you like it?
No.
You didn't like? You didn't like X-Men 97? Okay, hold on.
Hey, see, kick her off right now. I don't want to hear anymore. Now I was messing with you.
Yeah, bye.
I'm
No.
sorry.
No. He's playing.
Don't play. What? Okay, so what do you like about X-Men 97? Because you're one of the few people who said they didn't like X-Men 97. But tell me why.
I barely watched. I'm sorry.
Oh, so you haven't watched it? Okay.
No, I barely watched. I barely watched all of them. Every time the first few ones, I had no choice because when you're a teenager. And
No, not the old one. I'm talking about the new ones on Disney Plus.
Yeah. So the new ones, I can't, because you can watch them on TV now, right? On streaming.
Yeah. So you haven't seen it? Okay. Okay.
I try and I'm like, no, actually there's a series here. And then I discovered that there's X-Files. So now I'm watching X-Files instead on Disney Plus.
Hey, you know what? I can dig that.
X-Files is good. Yeah, X-Files is good.
X-Files is
Yeah,
really good.
I've rewatched it way too many times and I'm trying to find copies of X-Files. So it's not to divert the conversation. It's just like
we always divert the conversation.
If you cannot keep my interest within the first 10 minutes, I can't. I'm sorry.
I can dig
So they need a Law and Order.
But I will read them. I have them here, like a bunch of the X-Men, though I don't have all the ones that I want to get because those prices on comics are just getting higher and higher, especially for like the older ones. So I don't know.
Yep.
Oh yeah,
I'm so sad about my comic book collection.
It is.
I love it when they're older because there's that smell. You're like, yeah, that's satisfying. But then there's like the new prints now, and I'm not like trying to get those as much. You know what I mean? But I do read it, so that's good.
She tight. That smell. That's how we get with that Neo Geo smell. Get that old 90s smell. Like, okay, so we know what kind of smell you talking about. Like it's like a 90s smell. Like,
it smells like Werther's Originals and Desires of Broke People.
Oh, you know what they now? You said Desires of Broke People.
Why you gonna call me out like that? Right? Why you gonna call me out like
that? Behind you. I'm just joking. I have a lot of these written down for different times I smell a Neo Geo game, so I've just been working on them.
He's like,
yeah, the Famicom smell. That Famicom
right there. Like
that Famicom, the Nintendo smell. Yeah, it's like that.
Yep.
All right, so let's get into the Game Awards real quick because there was a lot going on, and I guess we will start, from the beginning. I guess let's start from the beginning because, like I told y'all a long time ago, Astrobot is that game. All right, Astrobot won Game of the Year, made so many people mad. I don't care. I don't give a dang because
as long as Zelda Ring didn't win, I was happy. That's all I was happy for, bro.
Hey, that little robot, I'm telling you, it was a great game. It started. All of y'all want to jump on Astrobot now, but where were y'all at on the first PSVR? You wasn't there. But anyway, let's talk about it. So, Game of the Year. I know a lot of people on the podcast right now disagree, but.
Sleepy.
Newness? Is that a disagreement right here?
Oh yeah, I know, right? Look, yeah,
somebody else disagree because I disagree.
Time to hit the old dusty trail.
yeah.
He's a little upset because Black Myth Wukong didn't win Game of the Year. So I'm sorry.
I just look. for all you PlayStation folks out there, you got your game. That's great. You got a little platformer. Congratulations.
It was good. It's good, man. It's a good game.
I mean, I think someone said it was a walking billboard for PlayStation.
It really was. When I ain't say billboard, it was a celebration.
Like, some people were calling it a PlayStation graveyard because all the IPs that was in it that they no longer make anymore. And I was like, that's kind of a point. There's a lot of stuff in that game that they don't make anymore.
We get to, and we need to talk about that too, but so that they being made no more is coming back too. That's a good topic right there. Talk about in the Game Awards.
Yeah. I don't get the logic behind the Video Game Awards. I really don't, because when I think about a game of the year, or when I'm thinking about a series of games that I'm going to put in an award show, I'm thinking of one, not games with DLC. I'm damn sure not thinking about that, because you had your time, you had your year, right? When you came out, that was your year. If you want to have a standalone award portion that goes by, the greatest DLC of the year, okay, you can do that. There's your section. There's your segment that you win. You shouldn't be in every other segment after that. That's one piece. A second piece being, we had so many other games this year that got released, never showed up. Not one. In the listing.
I agree.
Not one. And the fact that they didn't show up was kind of disheartening for a video game community. You had tons of people playing games. Like, I don't care about whatever conspiracy or we're canceling this game and blah blah blah. I don't want to care. I don't care about that. At the end of the day, you had a company, you had developers that put in a lot of hours, a lot of work from the family to make a game. It did well, but because it's a popularity contest, we don't get to have our say as the voters to say, hey, I want my game nominated, because I actually do play that. Right?
What game you think? Give me like 3 games you think that should have been there. There
was tons of games. I could lose count. It wasn't a single Nintendo game, since we want to talk about Nintendo all the time. Not one. What? Are we?
I thought Echoes of Wisdom could have been in there. Overshadow the Earth Tree.
Yes.
Yes. Okay. I know this is going to be controversial.
Okay, go ahead.
People are going to be like, oh, well, that's just a lawsuit waiting to happen. Pal World was the banger of all bangers when it came out earlier this year.
Yeah, everybody was talking about it.
Everybody was on Pal World like nothing else. I get it. You can call it a Pokemon clone all you want. It was a game. It got played a lot.
And you know what? That was my. Okay. When I saw, I felt bad a little bit. Like, hold on, I never played it. I heard about it. I said, okay. I just never got to it. I saw. I said, oh, damn! I can see why Nintendo would be mad in that commercial. I can see it. And that commercial played. Man, that commercial played at the Game Award. I was just laughing. I bet Nintendo was like,
the reason why they got that lawsuit on them right now is that exact same reason.
I can see why. It was like, dang, Pokemon with guns. That's like
blatant copy.
Yeah.
And when I saw that Meganium looking Pokemon, I was like, that's it.
I was like, dang.
They gave, Baichu, if that's what you want to call him, the ghetto version of Pikachu, a shotgun, in an AR-15 to blow up, a Terrachu, whatever you want to call them.
Terrachu.
You want to ghetto names for them, and they blowing them up and throwing grenades at each other and say, "Oh, now I've got my new one. Here's my sphere. Let me go grab them. Now I got them all." I'm like, just. Okay,
Pokemon. I mean, that's basically it.
I hope it's a physical. I hope it's a physical game of that. I hope they make a physical.
I think it would be cool. But besides the point, there's tons of other games. Stellar Blade. I mean, that might not have been the greatest for some, but I mean, it was cool.
That was Megan's game of the year right there.
Excuse me, sir. I said that was one of my games of the year. Don't put that on me. Don't put that on me. That is my 3rd favorite game of the year.
There was tons of games that just got drowned out, and the fact of the matter is that we saw a lot of the usual suspects in there, and we didn't offer any variety. The thing I will say is that the Video Game Awards is relatively good about indie games. That's cool. That's a good thing. That brings light to those games. A lot of us were on the podcast doing the votes and casting the votes, and we're like, I've never played this game. I've never played this.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of us were playing Belatra.
I never even heard of that game before.
Never heard of it until it got the announcement. So
that didn't win an award.
Mhm.
Yeah, bro, that was my game of the year personally.
What?
Belatra was. Yeah.
Like it made a huge impact in such a short amount of time. So you can only imagine if it had been dropped a couple of months sooner.
Belatra came out at the beginning of the year, I think.
Did it?
Because I remember going to Gen Con in like July, and I was playing it on the trip up.
See, there you go. See, I didn't even know it was out. I thought it just came out. So that just lets you know I had no idea. And I just now started playing the game. I'm like, "Whoa, this is actually
Yeah, that
pretty
game is
fun."
fire, bro. I love that game.
Right? So there is a disconnect with the people, and I think it's a politics and it's a money grab. That's what I think it is.
I have a question regarding the whole award because I didn't watch the whole thing. I could not sit there and watch the whole thing. I'm sorry.
No,
No, it's 3 hours. I understand it's 3 hours.
Yeah, it's also the time zone. They're like 3 hours, behind because it's in LA and I'm all the way in Eastern Standard. But did they mention at all Dragon's Dogma 2?
Nope.
I'm done. I'm out.
It wasn't nominated for the award. Didn't that come out 2023?
That came out this year, and that's
That's
actually
this year in March, and I've put in ridiculous hours on that game. Okay.
They did say something about like the PS5 Pro upgrade. They did say something about that.
That was my second game. That was my second game of the year. I think it got nominated for RPG of the year, but I think something else won.
Metaphor Refantasia.
Oh yeah, that's right. Metaphor. That's right. It won.
That Metaphor. I'm glad to see the RPG like that win too. Not a brand new IP, but it's kind of Persona-ish, but it's still good that won.
I agree. Cag's right.
He said like the game of the year award should only be chosen by the gamers. Screw journalists.
Hey, I got a caveat to that. Did y'all see? Because that's where the whole players' choice thing came in, to where everything is 100% voted by the players. You guys see the games that was nominated on that shit? Did y'all?
What was it again?
Boy, hold on. I said, hey, some of y'all shouldn't have voices, bro, because this shit is insane. Hold on.
What was that? You said,
I got it. Yeah,
okay,
I said it was first of all, they disappointed me. They put Elden Ring Shadow of the Earth Tree. That was one. That alone disappointed me. They got Black Myth Wukong.
That was fine.
Wuthering Waves.
What's Wuthering Waves?
I've actually never heard of
Genshin Impact and Zenless Zone Zero. So
okay, hold on. Let me say something. Who won though?
Oh, it was Black Myth. They won.
Okay.
But still, it's the fact that thing was like 100% players, like all of us on this panel and anybody else, they could have voted on. That's like 100% players' choice voted. The fact that they put in a DLC, what people was bitching about to begin with, they put in 2 gacha games, an anime game. I'm like, bro, why is Genshin Impact even in here? This is come out in 2021.
Let me say about the Genshin Impact, dude. I swear to you, my brother, he gave his son his PS4. My nephew's 9, about to be 10. 8, about to be 9. And when we went down for Thanksgiving, swear to God, that dude stayed in the room, play every time I turned on, he playing Genshin Impact. He wasn't buying nothing. He was just grinding. And then my other nephews, they came over and took turns playing it. I was like, on a base PS4, which I know it can run really good on that because it's a cell phone game. But I was like, and this is what kind of I think about the game of the year thing is like, we all are like seasoned gamers. We like, hardcore gamers. I think like the game of the year and stuff that, like that player's choice thing, it goes beyond what we do. Like we'll sit there and watch and bitch and complain about it. But like, I think we be thinking about, we don't look at like families or kids and stuff like that. It's sometimes I think we got to take that into consideration because a lot of talk doesn't go into like, families and kids and stuff like that. Because if you do look at the game of the year, Extra Bot really kind of hit everything. You can't let a 10-year-old play Black Myth Wukong, or Belatra or something like that. I mean, you can.
Let them play Call of Duty.
No,
you can let them play Belatra.
Yeah, like Call of Duty too. But but Call of Duty, cartoonish as it is, but yeah,
I'm sorry, but like, okay.
I can see why, but I can see both sides. You know, I'm not saying
as a father who has a teenager who is a gamer. All of her friends, including herself, they play a total of 3 games, and it's been that way for the last, I don't know, 8 or 9
Minecraft?
Minecraft, not so much, but yeah, that's part of the mix.
Okay.
Roblox. Genshin was in there.
Yeah.
It got rotated out.
Oh.
Fortnite sits at the top, per usual. What was the other one? I'm missing one. Roblox, Fortnite.
Was Rocket League in there at any point?
No, they don't play that one.
Yeah, but Cake said we're not the majority anymore. Like he would not.
We aren't
the majority anymore.
But
we're not.
But the majority, the big mass of kids that are playing playing the same games.
Yeah, they are.
They aren't.
They don't care.
I mean, yeah, there's a few that are rotating, yes, but from my viewpoint, and this has spanned over multiple schools, different states. This has been significantly the same series of games, and I'm like, I don't understand.
And I can see
so good.
I'm looking at them right now. It's Fortnite,
and I can see why. And I can see why Astrobot won, because a lot of kids played that game. Okay, that game had kids dressing up.
They were dressing up.
Yeah, and it was on GameStop had posted it, and some other outlets posted when Halloween came out. They were dressed as the little Astrobot robot. That's when I saw that. Oh, this thing gonna win Game of the Year. I mean, just they want a family game and stuff like that. If Astrobot was made by Xbox, it'll be Game of the Year. But Xbox, they still be trying to find an identity. And people who complain about Indiana Jones, which I hear is really good, it missed the time to get voted on. But I heard that game was phenomenal, and I knew it was going to be phenomenal. The way they put it's an Indiana Jones game. Come on,
and just add to that, like that's games like that. That's why a lot of people were saying, really the award should be held at like the beginning of like the new year, like January. That way you can give the entire year of everything to come out. So that way it's like, all right, Indiana Jones came out. I'm pretty sure it's going to be nominated for next year's Game of the Year awards. But at that point, bro, it's already been a year. Like the whole
minds, right?
It's like that recency bias thing. Like that's a legitimate thing. So it's like, oh yeah, it did come out, but it came out in 2024, and we doing 20. It's like, hey, it missed the cutoff date. But when think about how many games coming out next year, it's like, bro, that's cutthroat, bro. That's cutthroat.
Yeah, but it could get nominated when it comes out, for PlayStation 2 though, because it's not exclusive no more.
Well, it can still get nominated. Well, the Game Awards is from November of the following year, so whenever the awards happens, that's the window.
The November to November.
Yeah,
yep,
that's the
window. Cut off. Yep.
The problem with that is sometimes it can hurt. Being the previous year, because people are like, oh yeah, I mean, wasn't that like last year's game? Why is this year? People kind of get stale to that out of sight, out of mind kind of viewpoint. Unless it's just a really, really bomb game, and it's just like, I can't put this game down, which I am still looking.
And that's the thing. I was like, because I was mentioning that, like, think about how many games we know right now that's coming out next year.
If GTA 6 comes out, it might win Game of the Year.
Yeah.
Unless something crazy happens.
You really think it's gonna come out next year?
Hell no, that shit getting delayed. Absolutely not.
You know what? After that Mark Cerny thing, I think it's coming out next year. I think
I think they're gonna wait. They're gonna wait to the last hour. Yeah, we came with some technical difficulties, and they're gonna come out with some PRs like, oh yeah, due to the man, this being our most ambitious game ever made, we had a little oversight. So actually, we're gonna be pushing this back from fall of 2025, spring of 2026. Y'all know it's coming. Damn.
It's still slated to release for current gen consoles, so we'll see.
What Rockstar game y'all know in the last 13 years that was announced that actually came out when they said it was going to come out? GTA, Red Dead Redemption 1, that got delayed. GTA 3, GTA 5, that got delayed twice actually.
RDR2 came out on time.
Say what now?
RDR2 came out on time, I think, right?
RDR2 that got announced. That got announced fall of 2016 with a fall of 2017 release date.
Oh,
and then we got the summer. They said, "Hey, nah, we ain't doing this." They said fall of 2018. So I'm like, it's like every single game that they have announced since 2010, all of them got delayed. Every single one. Well, minus like GTA Definitive Edition, but that shit should have got delayed. How that thing released.
Bro.
So it's like at the end of the day, I'm just basically going off their history, and it's like, dog, every other game y'all release in this time frame got delayed. So it's like, hey man, just go ahead and do y'all thing. Just release a great game. Y'all gonna delay it. Just don't be pulling my heartstrings saying it's coming next year when I know damn well y'all just gonna abuse me again and say, yeah, we're gonna give it to you, but we're gonna wait next time. Like, don't do that to me.
I think the likelihood of that game coming out next year is like the Elder Scrolls 6 coming out next year. It's just not happening.
Listen, why you gotta do me like that? Right?
It's not happening.
I was trying not to think about it, and you gotta bring it up.
Because I've been waiting for like 12 years now.
Yeah.
I knew she was gonna hit you in the heartstrings as soon as she said that. He's like, "Oh God, no! Please don't do me like this."
Didn't y'all get pissed off in 2018 when they first showed that thumbnail? No, it was a thumbnail, but it was like a 15-second video of like that.
That's coming out 2028.
Yeah, I was
gonna be honest.
like, did y'all piss y'all off? No one's like, man, I know that shit ain't coming out in the next 10 years, so why y'all showing me this?
There was no point. They should have never announced it.
I would have rather them not even said anything.
Yeah, like I got mad when I saw that. I said, bro,
y'all get mad when they announce something and they don't come out, huh?
Oh yeah. God, oh no.
Oh, you still mad about this Star Wars game?
No.
Bro,
Yeah,
it's been 3 years, bro. You got to let it go.
I ain't never letting go.
You gotta let it go.
I'm looking in the camera. Yeah, I'm looking in the camera. I ain't
You
never
mad about that? Look at you.
Just let Jack fall off the door. Just let him go. Let the Titanic sink, bro.
Yeah, for people who didn't know, back in I think 2021, Ness got blue ball when they said, yeah, we're doing a Night City Old Republic remake. He's like, oh man, I'm getting a PS5 of that. A year later, you know what? You know what?
No release date, no nothing. He's out ready, bro.
They say, you know what?
I said, I can't work today. I'm going. I got
It reminds me of people like when you order something online and then you instantly start sitting by the door waiting, like it ain't gonna take 3 days to get there. That's what he did.
He kept checking his tracking number, like it's gonna come. It's gonna get here soon.
Man, they did that little teaser, and I was like, I'm sold. Y'all got me. PlayStation 1, they won. Forget Xbox. I was all in. I was waiting for updates, looking at all these releases, and then they were like, postponed. I'm like, okay, we're cool. And then I heard about the studio and all that. And then they were like, yeah, it's not looking good. I'm like, what do you mean it's not looking good? What does that mean?
Not looking good, Chuck.
And we canceled.
Let's take that personally. I'll take that personally.
That Michael Jordan me.
Disrespect me? Disrespect me? Yeah, I have no sympathies for anyone. No one.
But the good thing about the Game Awards, right? This year, it was a really good show. I mean, it was surprisingly good. I was like, damn, this show is actually pretty good. Like, okay, when we was talking about earlier, like things they brought back, they bring it back Okami and they bring it back Onimusha. And I like, God,
Ninja Gaiden?
And Ninja Gaiden?
Ninja Gaiden looks so good.
I cannot wait for those games. And then that weird ass Pac-Man game.
Bro, I'm here for it though. I'm gonna check it out. I love
it's like a Pac-Man game.
Shadow Labyrinth.
Yes,
a Metroidvania. Yeah,
bro.
You know what?
Okay. So have you seen Secret Level?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's on Secret Level. I heard it was on Secret Level. Yeah.
Have you seen the episode though?
You gotta look at the episode. The Pac-Man episode on Secret Level, and then go watch the Shadow Labyrinth trailer at the Video Game Awards, and you'll be like, "Oh my God, we got an early trailer already!" It's dope. I'm playing that game.
Yeah, I'm gonna play it too. Yeah, that looks amazing.
I'm gonna play it. I don't think it's gonna be long. Wait, you know what? It might be. I don't know.
So it'll be medium, right? Probably.
It's a different take of Pac-Man for sure. And I'm like, yo, this is kind of borderline on that horror stuff. I don't know if I like that. I don't do horror games. I can't do that.
This one down here below us do horror games. Oh, she's gonna be on it.
I love it.
Did you see the trailer for it?
She's like, I love it.
No.
I
didn't watch it once. I only watched like a few clips.
Oh, okay.
Oh, you missed it all.
And then I went crazy because of a few clips.
So
that's what we did.
Yeah, like CD Projekt Red, when they released their clips, I went nuts. I was like, yes.
I mean, that game probably ain't coming out till 2030, but I was still happy to see the trailer.
You know what? Don't say that. Don't say that.
You ran Elder Scrolls for me, right? So I gotta get you back.
Bro, they was like, yeah, we're showing this game on like engine technology that's not even ready yet. It's like, well, damn, bro. Why
unreleased, unannounced GPU.
Yeah.
It can't be because you know what? Ghost of Yotei is ready. So if they're ready, then I'm sure.
This CD Projekt Red we're talking about here, they announced Cyberpunk in 2012. That game came out in 2020.
Hey,
That is true. And you know what? They still made a bad release, but I got
I love that game.
Yeah, I got stuck in the game really early.
No, Cyberpunk has gotten better though.
Oh, it's amazing now.
It's a good game if they get past certain bugs.
I hate that. I hate hearing that you get a game and you're like, I'm so pumped, and it's trash when it comes out, and then a year or two go by, like, oh, it's such a great game. I'm like,
it's like,
what happened? You were the same person that said it was trash. Yeah, but they worked through the kinks now. It's real good now. I'm like,
hey, that's how Street Fighter 5 was, remember?
Street Fighter 5 was trash.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
It was bare bones when it released.
Oh
my gosh.
Yeah. But you kind of like hearing those good comeback stories for games, right? Like the No Man's Sky. Those guys turned that game around. Cyberpunk, Final Fantasy 14. All it released was so bad, and then they just turned it around. So
I really wish that there could be some kind of standard. I mean, I know these corporations, I gotta make my money, man. Like, bro.
Speaking of that, do you remember when the guy from Larian got up there and just started cooking the entire game industry?
Y'all should have. I wish y'all were there in person because there was actually so many standing ovations for people saying that. Bro. Yeah, I was one of them. I don't know if I can hear, but I was in the back. I was like, "That's my man right there." You tell them, right? Yeah.
To me, every game studio should look at Larian as an example, in my opinion.
Yeah, I'm so glad they won
the best game studio in the business right now.
I'm so glad they won Game of the Year last year.
Yeah,
because we need people like that in positions of power who actually speak out. It's like, man, look, we got shareholders. We won't give a damn about them. We care about our product. We care about our games. We care about our employees. All the other shit's is gonna fall into place. We just want to make a good product.
And he said, bro, everything that we've been saying. He's like, if you make a great game, you take care of your employees,
you're gonna make money.
People will buy. The people, I'm like, God, somebody listen.
And do you remember how I just kept slobbering all over pause on the Space Marine 2? It was just like when it came out and like it was doing numbers, it was like, this is one like, it's by far the best. It's by far the best Warhammer game that came out, and it is Focus Interactive. I think it's the publisher name, and Saber Interactive. That's the most popular game, and it made millions and millions of dollars. So like 4.5 million copies or something like that. And I'm like, man, like look, and all you had to do is guess what? Just make a good game. Listen to the players, listen to the fans, respect the IP, and people will give you money. Go figure, bro.
And you know what? I haven't played a Warhammer game, and I watched the Secret Level episode.
That episode was so.
And I was
that's the best one.
Oh, I might have to try it.
I was that's funny.
That's what I'm saying. For Zelda, like you and Ness, y'all are big Gears of War fans, right?
Yeah,
he is. I kind of tag along. But
y'all need to because y'all said
they look like Gears of War. They looked like Gears of War.
I promise you, I played Gears 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, all of them pretty much. Man, like if you like those games, I promise you, take my word, you will love Space Marines. Play it on Xbox. It's co-op. You can like the entire thing co-op. The campaign's co-op.
Man,
they have an equivalent that's operations, which is like Horde. Well, actually, they got Horde mode coming next year, but it's operations you can do this multiplayer. It's like if you love Gears, bro, play it. I'm telling y'all, man. If there's any game y'all gonna play for the rest of the year, trust me, play Space Marines 2, man. Y'all gonna love it.
I thought it was like one of the board games.
Nah, it's all action, bro. It's all action.
That's why I didn't touch it. I said Warhammer. I said, okay, only thing I remember Warhammer is like the board games and the book.
Game.
Yeah, that's all I thought about. Like this shit, like
I'm like, bro. Like, honestly, it's gonna be hot. I like it better than Gears of War.
Really?
Mm-hmm. That's what and y'all like man, this man tripping. No, bro. Like,
I'm not trying.
I put in 130 hours in that game. I'm telling y'all, I would not be saying that if I don't think y'all would like it. Especially you, Zelda, and that's y'all play it, bro.
I mean, we just started
Pathfinder 2.
As soon as I get some downtime, just play Space Marine 2 because the campaign is only like 7 or 8 hours long.
Oh, that's not bad. Okay, not bad. We didn't.
You need to have played the first one.
Nah, you don't.
All right, bet.
I mean, there's like certain story elements, but for the most part, it's like because it happens because how the storyline is like they live for a long ass time. So like the first game, the second game was like 200 years apart or some shit like that. So it's like you can play the first game to get like a little understanding, but you ain't gotta play the first game to understand too, because it's like they lead you into it. So that's why I feel on Space Marine 2. Play it. Everybody should play it. Great game.
Saturn, we was talking about I'm gonna play that game too. I'm definitely gonna play it. But Saturn, you was talking about a game that you really want, or something that you really wanted to say about the Game Awards, or they didn't show it much of, or a game that you say you really like? What was he talking about? Was like Monster World? What you talk about?
Yeah, I wish there was more. They talked more about Monster Hunter because I'm excited, beyond excited. I took time off of work. It comes out right around my birthday. No one's gonna hear from me for a while. So I was excited to hear from them because it's probably my most favorite Capcom game, right? And they've been pumping out games every year, like I think bangers. Because I'm sorry, we're Dragon's Dogma 2.
Yep.
So good. And then there wasn't much about it. They didn't really talk about it, and I got a little bit sad. But then I saw like a footage. I don't know if that footage was part of the award, or maybe no. I think it was just like the Monster Hunter channel on YouTube I follow. But but you know, I just wish I saw more because I'm just excited to see like what else is new. You know, I just experienced the demo. There was like not much.
You know what? I'm gonna have to hook you up with the or get you in touch with the Capcom creator, because it seems like you would make a perfect Capcom creator, especially over on Twitch. You haven't followed her, go on Twitch and follow her. But yeah, you definitely gonna like, because Capcom, they did bring a lot of good games out this year, and then also I really like their Resident Evil in the RE engine. That thing, man, it's cooking. That thing.
Do y'all remember and this is gonna be it's pretty much a later topic. Y'all remember how much of a dire strait Capcom was in between like 2010 and
yeah, they were.
I said, bro, what is going on with y'all? I said,
they were struggling.
Like they were essentially
they about to be sold off.
They were basically within Ubisoft's like they were in Ubisoft's situation, like straight up.
They were blinking red. They were like
they were blinking red.
Yeah, they were blinking red.
Bro, like,
dude.
The only good game that came out within like those 5 or 6 years was what? Mega Man 10, Dragon's Dogma, the first one. I think that's pretty much it. Resident Evil 6 was Resident Evil 6.
Resident Evil 6 was,
6
was horrible.
Wait, what year? What time?
2010 to 2016.
Hey, there was the Monster Hunters on Nintendo DS.
Oh yeah.
Marvel vs. Capcom 3 came out around then too, though.
Yeah, but it wasn't as like it was now. Marvel vs. Capcom 3 now gets more like praise now. Yeah. And then talk about that this year when they surprised everybody with that Marvel. Another thing about Nintendo, kind of, I ain't say taking over, but how did Nintendo get to announce the Marvel Capcom collection? They got to announce both of them. They got to announce the Marvel collection and the SNK collection. I was like,
I mean,
what?
We're already doing like the SNK stuff on Switch, so that made sense. But since they were already doing the collab, they were probably like, yeah, come on, you can go ahead and do it over here too.
Yeah.
I mean,
and honestly,
you learned on Switch, so
and honestly, like when you think about how those games are, those like perfect to be able to carry around with you on a Switch. So it's like that being able to carry all those games with you, like portably.
Yeah,
that's no brainer, bro. I mean, yeah, you got like the Portal and like Steam Deck, but it's like most of those games are for the casual crowd anyway. So it's like for Nintendo to get it made sense. Honestly, like to me, it makes sense.
I'm not gonna lie to you, man. If I carried my Switch, I think the last time I carried my Switch, I had my Pro controller with me, and I had it on the flight, just chilling. I was over here like this, and the stewardess was like, "What are you playing?" And I was like, "Oh, the new Zelda." She's like, "Oh my god, is it good? I haven't played it yet." I was like, "Oh yes." I get you a drink. I was like, "Yeah." I was like, she's like, "Oh, I'm sorry if I bother you too much. I just want to see. Oh my god, this game looks good." I was like, "Yeah, you should get it. You should really get it. It's real good."
Bro, that literally sounded like a commercial when they first announced the Switch back in 2016 when that dude was playing on the plane.
Yeah.
That's literally how it was. He sold him a Switch just like that.
Speaking of Switch too, let's kind of talk about it real quick. Like to predictions, I kind of say like it's gonna be what we all think it's gonna be before April, right? We think it might be. It might not be. It might come in. Nintendo might be an asshole and say it's coming in August, so they might just do that. And they could. They Nintendo. They can do whatever they want with it. But what's gonna be the selling factor this time? Bigger screen. What what you think is gonna be that like? Okay, I'm gonna buy it, or it's like, hey, Switch is already proven. It's a number 2 system now in America, and Nintendo holds 2 spots. The DS is number 1, and then the Switch is number 2, which is crazy. they beat PlayStation 2, which I knew this was going to happen, but that's crazy. What is going to be the selling point this time for people to buy the next Switch?
Well,
Anybody can jump in.
I guess.
I'll let you go first.
All right. I mean, I didn't buy an OLED Switch, so
I did.
Don't.
It's amazing. It's amazing for me.
I bought the Zelda one, so I had to.
Don't.
I bought the Zelda ones too, just for that. But there's nothing else that it offers. The processor is still trash. The memory is still trash. Sorry,
Battery life's a
Nintendo.
little bit better, but yeah.
Oh, no, it's
You've been holding that in for a long time.
no, I mean, hey,
no, like
that's a
like-
solid perspective right there.
no, like everything she said.
I would definitely
Everything
say
she
the same thing.
Everything she said is true. It's just like you can like if you primarily played it in handheld, it was pretty much a given. Like
The
if
frame
you had the
rates,
original
man.
model,
The frame rates. It's like
yeah.
I'm not playing on my DS anymore. This is like a DS on roids. Why is it not like why is it not like up to par? And when they're selling the OLED, I remember I thought that they would have upgraded everything, but it just turns out it's just you can play now on a 4K TV and the screen is slightly bigger. Good job.
They said, hey, look, we Nintendo, like our motto is you just gonna get a little bit more, just a little bit more. So,
No, I want a
all it
next
was.
gen Nintendo. I want to be able to play like what we play on PlayStation 5
mhm.
on Nintendo, okay?
Damn.
But that's never gonna happen. I don't know.
Also-
I don't believe it.
So you don't think- so you don't
about
think-
2-3 generations ahead? Like that's
Okay, so like, do you think like if the next Switch is running between a PS4 and an Xbox Series S, you don't think that's a big enough upgrade for Nintendo's sake?
No, you have to get in with the times. You're in Japan. You're literally at the same country as Sony. Why is it different? Why is such a huge difference between the both of them? I understand Nintendo makes cuter games, but you also can release serious games, right? So why not both?
You know what? To that point, Nintendo. I mean, back in the day, it had the reins in terms of I got the family, and I've got the adults, so we got something for everybody.
Mhm.
And it's leaned. It seems like it's leaned more towards the kids. And yeah, it's the family orientation that brings everybody together. And like, oh, you've got a Switch, and you've got a Switch. Let's play this game together, and blah blah blah. But I think what's going to draw to that point more people back in that don't have a Switch. Give me some serious games. Give me some games that I can. I mean, when MK1 got dropped on Switch, good Lord, have mercy, that was rough.
That was a
It
mistake.
was rough.
Like,
Bro,
why you
I was
signed
like-
off on this?
Bro, like, do y'all remember that? Y'all remember that?
Yeah.
Y'all remember that show called Gumby back in the day? That's what it looked like.
Oh damn!
Dude, like,
Damn!
like top animation. I said, bro, what is this? Yeah, that was the tall warning sign. Sorry to cut you off, Ness, but like that was the. I mean, it was games before that, but that was like the biggest warning sign. I was like, hey, y'all can't do this anymore.
For me, so this is where I go back to why like I've gotten to that point now as a collector. You can't hit me upside the head with all these little shiny feature. Ooh, Gizmo, it's got this, it's got that, and you gotta read between the lines now. And I'm like, bruh, you making me pay $200 extra more dollars for some nonsense? Nah, bruh, we're not doing that no more. I'm not doing it anymore because now I've got got nieces and nephews that Uncle Ness is a gamer, and guess what their parents do? Oh, go to your Uncle Ness when you need some video games for Christmas and your birthday. Hell no, that's not what we do over here.
He trying to buy more Neo Geo game.
I'm over here trying to buy their own games. No, take care of your own damn kids. I'll hook them up with a gift card. You gotta get out of my face with that. No,
$10.
that's what we do around
Hey,
here.
all kids get $10. That's a lot of money.
Like, I'll give you $10 for some V-Bucks. Go on.
V-Bucks.
Get out of here. Get out of here, kid. Get out of here. No, but so I have to see the value, and my value was it's like I have a Switch already. The OLED didn't offer enough. I'll just wait. I'll wait until the Switch 2. Now, one question I have, and I think we've discussed this before, is the backwards compatibility thing.
That's gonna be a big thing. If they open up the Switch to do the commercial, and then they go to like how the goofy shit they're gonna do, like gonna open a Nintendo Switch game and put it in a physical Nintendo Switch cartridge and put it inside of it, game over.
I think that's
Game
gonna be
over.
okay because they already announced. They said it's gonna be backwards compatible. Can you imagine you saying, "Yeah, it's gonna be backwards compatible with your Switch One games," and then you get the actual model. It's like, oh, it's only digital, dog.
That's what I'm saying. Like, that's what I'm thinking.
Yeah, I don't think they're gonna.
That's what I'm thinking.
Riot.
But they haven't said that though. But if they do say that,
they do. That's some. Oh no, that's.
I'm gonna cry, and I'm still gonna buy it, but I'm gonna cry.
Yeah, I'm gonna be in the checkout line crying, handing my card over. Like, okay,
That's gonna be a
just
deciding point if I day one it or if I wait.
you know what?
It's gonna be a matter of games that I'm waiting for. I'm like, what's the game I really want to play on there? That's
You know what I think they'll do.
The thing is, if you wait, you're just gonna scalpers. Okay, you don't wanna wait for scalpers, and they're gonna take forever to re-release.
Oh, I'm patient. I'm not gonna be like the PS5. I learned my lesson. I trust no one. Take my game away. I trust no one.
I think about how many think about how many games that are on Switch that either had limited physical prints, like that Super Mario 3D World thing that you can't buy digitally anymore. Think about how many games that are like that physically. All these games that people got is like, you can only play your digital games on it. Like, bro, that's I don't think that's gonna.
I think they might. You know, okay, if they don't do that, then they're gonna do like the Wii, how they did it, like the first year or two. Then they'll come out with a Switch 2 that doesn't play it.
Oh,
you know, like when the Wii first,
you gonna have like all the extra bells and whistles and shit.
That'd be some BS. It's like,
they did it with they did it with the Wii. When the first Wii's came out, you could play GameCube games, right? Hook up all 4 controllers, and then 2 years later, they made another Wii where they took that feature out.
Oh, you're talking about that ugly shit that was the red and black joint?
No, not the red and black. I'm talking about when the Wii originally came out. I got it right here. Like Wii originally came out, it had the 4 GameCube controllers.
Yeah.
The ones we see at
all the
time.
The one every Game Exchange has 14 of. Yeah.
They actually made a Wii that didn't have the ports on it.
Yes, this Wii look here. So
that's what I had. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So they
didn't have that, right?
This Wii had the game port, the GameCube stuff, right? You can play GameCube games, right? And then the later Nintendo Wii's, they took this out. They don't have these no more. Yeah, they don't have these no more. Like the later Wii's, they don't have this no more. A lot of people forgot about that.
I'm gonna go ahead and go with you on that because I don't remember that shit at all.
Yeah, like the original Wii came with GameCube. You could play. You could play GameCube.
Wasn't there a panel that went over the top of that though? That you had to take off?
Because the one I'm thinking about is like the black and red one, the one that laid down. No. It wasn't vertical. The one that had the top tray. Did you?
That's the last Wii that came out.
That's what I'm thinking about. Yeah, but the one you showed, I had no idea they made one without that port. Like I didn't.
Okay, so this is the first Wii that came out. They had the black and the white one.
I have as well. That's all I remember for Wii. So when I'm finding out that there's Wii without the
it's a Wii without it.
It's like,
okay, so like the red the blue model Wii and some of the black model Wii's, they don't have the GameCube ports. No, they took it out slowly, but a lot of people don't talk about that. So I'm thinking if Nintendo does have backwards physical, it'll probably be for a limited time, and they'll pull another Wii. They pull another Wii and do this. You know, I'm thinking look, GameCube memory card right here. You put it in and play it, but. Yeah, I will advise people, you're looking for a GameCube and a Wii, get this model because a lot of people, it's going to be not valuable but more desired later on in the years to come because the Wii now is like most people's Nintendo NES games.
You heard it now here. They'll be $200 tomorrow. Check your eBay.
I know. Thank you, Mr. Right Way. No. They're gonna blame me for that.
Like, he ain't talking about games. He's over here talking about stock market exchange values and shit.
It's all interchangeable, my dude.
But no, I think they might do that. Like if they do physical, it's going to be for a limited time, and then the next updated Switch won't have where you can, like the 3DS, right? The 3DS can play DS game, but the DS can't play 3DS games. You got to cut that little part off. The little knob,
the
little mid hinge. So Nintendo does have a precedent for doing both. What would they do?
And they did do it with the the DS after the light, because you remember they took away the Game Boy Advance slot after the light. Yeah, so
Yeah, they did. They know for taking it away.
probably do something like that. Yeah,
They know for taking stuff away, so they'll give it to you, but for how long? You know.
Well, if they do offer the backwards compatibility, I will go after it. Yeah.
that's gonna be everybody's go like default easily. It's like, all right, you got a new Switch. I was like, I'm just gonna keep the original one, just like the PS3. You could have went the whole generation with the fat PS3, and not even got the slim or the super slim.
Oh hell no! That fat PS3 was just, and it's horrible. It was horrible. I mean, it overheated.
God.
Man, I was doing good bicep curls with that thing.
That shit, it's nice. I love it. Yeah, backward compatibility, but you try to play PS3, you're like, it's like a damn drink. Like, God damn. That
shit is loud.
I remember my buddy dropped it on his foot one time when he was in the country. Man, I never heard a grown man scream like that ever in my life. I mean, he was.
It was like, oh, I'm gonna get you sucker with that big old toe like this. It's totally like
he was all crinkled up. They was all breakdancing.
If you try to play a game past 2011, that was like, is this a foreign object? I don't know what's going on. I'm gonna start heating up like, oh.
I was always wondering. I was telling my roommates, I'm like, hey, did y'all turn on the heat in here? It's hot. Like, bro, I'm like, why is it hot in here? Like, bro, it's your PlayStation, bro. You don't see all this heat coming. You can literally see the heat fumes from your PlayStation, bro.
That PlayStation 3 got
real quick. Let's crack it on his PlayStation, see if it cooks. I was like, man, y'all.
If I remember correctly, they said it did output, like on the back vents, it did output just as much heat as like a blow dryer. I said, damn. And I tried it myself. I was like, damn, that shit do get hot. That shit do get really hot.
They're like trying to blow dry your hair with your PlayStation.
Keep playing. My hair almost dry.
You know what's crazy is that I cleaned mine multiple times. Like I had to open it, dust it, and there wasn't that much dust, and it still got really hot. Same thing with like the original Xbox. It's just like a clunky hot box, and and it lags because it's hot. But it's like, what can I do? It's clean.
If you lived in certain areas, that thing was a roach motel. I worked in GameStop, and that.
You can't just buy any Xbox. You got to look it over real quick.
Yep. I remember one time I was a little on top. I remember one time I was working. And I popped one of the original Xbox open. There was 4 roaches in there, and they all popped up. And the way they popped up, it was like the intro of Ninja Turtles. They're the world's most heroes. I said, "Oh my god, nah."
And here's coming like he said, Mr. Postal. He said, yes, and my daughter is 23 now, and my son is 21. They grew up with the Wii that I bought them, and they remember like it's the NES and the 2600.
Oh god, damn, that made me feel.
Well, now I feel old as hell now.
No, right? Said my daughter bought a Wii recently, and my son wants one. Yeah, the Wii is the new the Wii is a new NES. You know, they got so many like crap ton games on it, but they also too got a lot of good games on it.
They do.
And you're going to start seeing. You remember doing I would say the apocalypse. No, God. No, I mean,
I was like, no,
no, doing the shutdown.
The rapture already came. No, I'm still here. Let me stop.
Sorry, doing the shutdown. You know, like it was like Wii's was selling like this. Like this Wii like this was selling like for $150.
Oh, you talking about during the pandemic?
I mean, every retro game went up because people were stuck at home. They wanted to relive those nostalgic days of being a kid.
I was mad as hell. Like all these games
was selling for $50 a pop.
One year before the pandemic, all these GameCube games like I said, and I was like, man, I started looking at Game Pro magazines. Like, man, I'm gonna start getting some of these games back. Second the pandemic happened, yeah, we're gonna need about $50 for Beyond Good and Evil. Excuse me, this shit was $10.
Mario's Sunshine got up to $100.
Yeah.
You had, but when I saw Smash Brothers was almost $100. When I saw Luigi's Mansion was like $80, I said, nah, this ain't right. This ain't right. None of this is right.
And they were fighting though. Like it was like auctions going to the wire. Like, what are you? What are you doing? Like,
I'll tell you another.
Everybody thought games. I'm gonna change it, but everybody thought games was gonna go like dip. They like shot up, and it was like, holy show. Go ahead, man.
Another game that was really big and popular was Rock Band.
Yes.
Rock Band and
Guitar
Hero.
Yeah. Rock Band. Yeah.
Too. Everybody was looking for the drum sets and the guitars.
I never got it. It was not my. It wasn't. It just wasn't my jam. No pun intended.
That was
but
all my jam, bro. That was the best house parties, man. Everybody,
Rock Band and Guitar Hero. You can switch between them.
Hey, the one at the drums and
Hey, Rock Band 2 and I remember specifically Rock Band 2 and Guitar Hero 2. I mean, when you just go back, they were like, and then they had like the new packs coming out and stuff like new. I was like, oh yeah, that was great. And then when you had like 4 people, or you had like a lot of party, and everybody can rotate. No, you already sung. No, you gotta sing. I don't want to sing. I want drums. No, man, you already did the drums, bro. You can't do drums. Everybody want to. No, man, you hit that shit too hard. Next time you gonna break it. No,
like when 3 Legends of Rock came out, that's the one who had was Kiss on the front of it? I think it was Kiss who was on the front of it. That's the one that hit critical mass. Everybody was more.
The Beatles Rock Band went crazy.
Oh yeah, the Beatles. Yep, that went crazy too.
When Guitar Hero 1 came out, I had my PlayStation 2. I remember I forget what happened. Could I go home for the summer or something? I don't know. But I was at my parents' house. They left for the weekend. It was just me. And I was like, man, I just went to GameStop, picked this game up. Man, I put it on the big screen in the living room, moved the PlayStation down there, turned all the lights out, turned TV all the way up on blast. It sounded like I was in a freaking rock concert. I was like, yo, this has no reason being this fire right now. I'm looking like a complete dork at home by myself, rocking out. I don't even care because it was like, let's go. Out, bro. I was like, this is the fire ass game. So when Rock Band came out, and then I started showing some folks at school, they were like, Rock Band took it to,
yeah, because Guitar Hero was first, and then Rock Band came out, like Rock Band, and then it's always
everybody's perspective.
Yeah, they say, oh, we're gonna add drums on. And then Guitar Hero said, oh, we ain't getting left out. We're gonna add drums and other shit too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that was good. That was really good. When the Rock Band and Guitar Hero existed, you just had to be there. That shit, like, man, this shit is so good.
Yep.
There's one part of like Guitar Hero, I think it's 2. Do you guys remember that? I don't know who this guy is, never heard of him before, but in the game, this artist's name is Buckethead. And you know, like if you can beat Buckethead's song, like finish it all in like high level, you're pro.
I don't know who they were.
But he was the hard one. He was the one that like literally he taps because like as a musician, he's a tapper, so he goes really fast. And then when you're trying to do this with like your little like 3-button guitar,
wasn't it like Through the Fire and the Flames or whatever, like the super hard song?
Yeah, there was a couple.
No, that was from I think it's like Dragon.
It's from Dragon Force.
Dragon Force, yeah. So that one was okay, but to me, it's Bucket.
That was like a 5-star or 6-star one.
Yeah.
What was the hard? I gotta say what the most difficult. I'm gonna look that up.
I'm pretty sure it's Buckethead because I struggled with them, but Dragon Force, it was okay. My scores were always pretty trash.
Now I'm going back and I'm thinking about all these games I used
to Fire and the Flames is one of them.
Yeah, it was Fire and the Flames. Yeah,
that was the hard. That was one of the hardest ones. They said make your fingers bleed.
Like hair metal. That's
power
metal. It's so hard in general. There's so much tapping going on.
So here it is,
trying to keep up. You're like, oh my gosh.
Oh, so here it is. So number 10 was Cult of Personality on Guitar Hero 3.
Oh my god.
In Living Color, yeah.
Oh,
number 9 was Eruption.
Oh my god.
Guitar Hero Van Halen. Number 8 was Black Widow Laporte. John 5. Guitar Hero Warriors of Rock. That was Guitar Hero 3. No, that was 4. I think Guitar Hero 4. I think, or 5. It was 5.
Was it 5?
I think after 3, Warriors of Rock.
After 3, I lost count honestly because they had like War 2 or 4 and 5
and do the most, and then Rock Band.
Mm-hmm.
So number 7 was Metallica 1 on 3
because it's a long song.
They go Buckethead right at number 6. Jordan Buckethead, Guitar Hero 2. It was an optional bonus song just made for the game. It was the hardest song in the series up to this point.
So I'm not crazy. It is impossible. I could never beat it.
It said the song starts out fairly quick and only picks up as the song goes on. Look at that right there. Look at it. Shit, they got orange.
That's what I'm saying, man, that's anxiety. Like I'm like, oh no, and you know the song is hard because like generally when it starts, the panel is just blank. Yeah. But you know it's hard when you see like 25 buttons already popping up and the beat hasn't even dropped. I'm like, oh my
Looks
god.
like somebody just threw Skittles on your screen.
I'm like, oh gosh, this is gonna be bad. I can't even keep up. You're like,
I can't because
everybody's
my brain
booing
would
you.
see that and my brain would just stop working. Like
Oh, man.
I would forget what fingers do and I'd just be like, I don't know what to do. I'm
And
turning
don't
this
be at
off.
a party with this and folks are drinking. It's just
Crazy.
I used to have little parties with my friends. I mean, we were 14 and we were supposed to be good kids, but you know, sometimes we'll be like sneaking in the cupboards of like whoever's house it is. We get the
That was you doing that
and we're
shit.
playing all night.
Hey,
So fun.
but look, I had the worst right. I had to play left hand because you know, like I'm right-handed, and so I'm right-handed, but I can't like I gotta play with my left hand. You know, I gotta play with my left hand, but right-handed. So I was like, it was just so messed up. I had to do. I'm not left hand. I'm sorry. I had to play lefty, so I had to play with this hand and on it, and because you know, you usually play on this side, right hand, with, you know, with your left hand, and because I can't, my fingers can't reach to the house and shit. I'm like, fuck. Can't do it. I couldn't look at my teaching shit. So I had to flip it, and when I felt, when that lefty flip, I said, okay, I was good. I was like, man, so I couldn't. But yeah, that really, you talking about a really mind fuck? Oh, jeez.
Such a fun game,
But-
man.
But number 5 was sudden death. Let's go real quick. Number 4 was Rain and Blood. Number 3 from Guitar Rosa Rock, Fear of the Storm. Number 2, The Devil Went Down to Georgia, Guitar Hero 3. I remember, I love that song, but man, that song was crazy. And then number 1, Through the Fire and the Flames, Dragon Force.
The only Guitar Hero game I played was 3, Legends of Rock. I think I only played it like 4 times, and it fucked me up because I played that song As I Rise Up from the North in Confusion. I tried to play that shit, got copper tone. I said, "Oh no, I'm straight." I tried to play it on expert mode. I said, "Oh, never again."
No, you can. But when you play it on and you watch somebody play it on expert, you be like, "Oh my god!"
Yeah, it's mind blowing.
That's a beautiful thing too. Mm-hmm. And then they can't play guitar, but you know, everybody thought they was a rock band, but boy. That was
and then you remember that game what was called Sessions came out. It's like, if you really want to play guitar, you play this.
Yeah, it had actual like strings.
Yeah, strings. Yeah, it proved a lot of people to be frauds. It's like, yeah, man, I was a master of Guitar Hero Rock, but I can play this. Like, no, you can't. It came out.
I got my feelings still hurt.
It's like, wait, you actually have to learn how to play guitar.
Like,
play this. I was like, yes,
like you have to get this. Yep, got that real guitar. I'm like, I'm like,
it's like
it's going to get that back to you.
Before we got on.
If you can master sessions, don't matter how many like experts play on like expert mode on Guitar Hero, you're gonna smoke them.
Even that new Guitar Hero, the newest one, they changed the button configurations.
Did
so now it's
Guitar Hero Live?
Yes, bro. It's
nobody plays that no more though.
Well,
they made it look like guitar.
The Guitar Hero for the DS. I remember that.
Yeah,
it was pretty cool. And our Rock Band was on PSP.
Yeah,
that's weird.
What? I didn't know that.
What do you do?
There's probably an attachment, right? I think
it had an attachment on the PSP. Let me look it up again. I never played it, but I seen it. It was Rock Band.
Like that?
You said what?
It's like a harmonica. Yeah.
Just blow on it at this point.
Like, what are we doing? You gotta be looking crazy doing that out in the public. She's like, "What is he doing? I don't know, but he's rocking out."
You know what he's doing, Mom? He's rocking out.
No, it was just buttons. It had nothing with it because it had
buttons. Yeah.
It just had buttons like right here. So let me show y'all real quick.
Yeah, that's crazy. It was a rock
like
band.
Right there. See, Rock Band Unplugged, and it came with School of Rock.
So you just played it like with regular buttons?
Just played with regular buttons. Yeah.
Oh, that's not
no, it takes away the experience of like thinking you're actually good at being a musician.
Yeah,
you know? I mean, I thought I was a metalhead. I was like, wow, I'm so hard because I finished a song.
Now, see, here's a DS version. Yeah, the DS version that was good. I played this. This was fun.
I remember how you held it because you held it like
to the side, like right
this. Yeah, like a book.
I wonder if I just scratched your whole ass screen up that pick.
How do you hold it?
Yeah, to hold it to the side like this.
Yeah,
you like a little pick.
You
or use your finger.
You hold it like this, like a book.
It so I can visualize it because I'm having a hard time.
Yeah, you literally. It's like imagine holding a book. You hold it like a book, and you use your right hand, your left hand to use the strings.
But like if it's a book and you're holding it like this.
No, you're holding it like this, like. Hold on.
You have to like twist your.
Yeah.
No.
Here, look. Here you go, right here. Look.
That's a no for me,
No,
dog.
no, my.
Here's the
Yep.
picture right here.
Oh,
See, right there. Look.
No,
No.
So you got.
No.
Hold on,
Hey, that was forward thinking
hold on,
though.
like,
That's
like this.
Yeah,
No,
yeah.
like
well, like put
No,
it.
shit.
No, like put it against your arm, like kind of like this, like you're resting, like a kind of like you have like you're a teacher and you're writing down stuff. On
Zelda,
the
you got it. You got a DS on you, don't you? Show
I
it
do,
real quick.
but I'm trying to see what Megan's talking about. I'm like,
Like, you
put it
gotta-
against your arm.
Hold on,
What the hell?
you see how hold,
What the
see how
hell?
Am I
hold
gonna
my phone?
play? Am I gonna play?
You gotta hold it like this. So,
Oh,
turn it.
like this?
Hold on, go
Or
back
shit. Like this?
No.
Oh damn!
See the look at the picture right here.
Got this damn thing.
See the picture right here.
Hold up. Oh.
He said, ugh.
Oh.
You had to hold it like that,
Oh.
I don't
nah,
think my
bro.
fingers would be able.
or you can hold it in the other
That's
hand the
more
other way.
subtle, like waiting to happen.
Nah.
Well, you can
Oh,
hold the
no.
other hand the other way too. You can
Down
twist it
though,
around.
too. I'm trying to like see if I can do it. Like I have one of these things. I don't have one.
Like, what if you drop? Like, is there something that holds it in place? 'Cause,
Yeah,
like, my
there was a-
fingers
there
can't
was-
reach, so it's
there
gonna
was a-
fall.
There was a strap behind it that way your fingers can rest in.
There's a
so-
strap on, huh?
You know
There
what?
was, there
We
was a
should leave it
strap.
at PlayStation 2 and just call it a day.
Oh
Leave
no,
it
bro.
at the
No,
PS.
He
that-
has had a strap on.
Hey, I give them credit. Hey, like they were forward thinking. They say we're gonna put this motherfucker on the DS. We all rocking or not.
I'm
So I
like,
give,
that did broke my whole brain.
I'm
I'm sitting there like still messing with this going.
Getting no meat grip on this one,
since
bro.
Steven know how to grip.
Bruh.
Ew, what meat grip said? Like that was just funny. I brought that joke back. That's so funny.
Oh.
So, Sadie, you don't know about this joke, but one of our friends who used to be on here, but he's busy and he had family and doing stuff. But he had this product, and it was like something. He said something about some meat grips, and then the whole chat just lost it. Was going in making jokes. Oh yeah, the meat grip.
Rail.
And when he said it so like innocent,
Yeah.
and then it was just like, oh, it just went from me. And
Oh,
then
no.
the meat grips. It was just.
He was innocent.
Yeah, he was innocent.
We're not innocent.
The
Y'all
chat wasn't. No, the chat was innocent. Then
Bro, it's
just
the
like,
internet, bro. Like, come on.
Well, I'm talking about. I was like, ain't no coming back from this.
no, dude, he didn't even get it halfway to like.
Poor guy just got.
It was like it's like meat grips. I said, "Oh, bro." It was just,
Oh, don't get me wrong. It was hilarious.
It was
I mean,
hilarious.
Ryan
I
laughed.
know. You know when you're trying to have like
It was an ultra pause moment.
you just get roasted with your own words.
Oh my god.
I love it.
It was so funny, and we had never forgot that talking about meat. That's meat grips. It was just funny, and like, he like, oh, now he knew what he was talking about. Like, dude, we were just rolling. Like, it was really like what was in 2 hours. We laughed for like 45 minutes on that whole shit. It was just so funny. Oh man, I go back and find that. That was hilarious. That was a moment. Well, Miss Steve was funny, but that one he just said it like, yeah, I got these meat grips. It's like, oh, dude, no, not on this chat, not on this podcast.
You know.
So,
It was just when he said that in the chat, it's like, just lost it. It's like,
so
oh my god.
The meat grips conversation.
Uh,
I
No,
went
please
back
do.
to my notes on the Video Game Awards.
Okay, go ahead.
I wrote down 5 games
Okay,
that I found interesting. Shadow Labyrinth, which was the Pac-Man game, that was my number one, or number 2. Ninja Gaiden was the one I wanted. Why do I have Elden Ring here?
You're talking about the standalone game.
Night
the one
Ring.
that's the
Night
co-op,
Ring.
Yeah,
the co-op.
the co-op game.
Now that's
Co-op.
different. Yeah, that's
Yeah. Okay.
different, yeah.
Okay. Virtual Fighter.
Oh yes,
That
that was
looked
good.
good. I thought that was like some new martial arts movie or something. I was like, "Ooh, this look good." I was like,
Virtual
"Ooh,
Fighter.
kung fu movie." I'm like, "Okay."
I'm curious though, like the fighting game space is pretty. I don't want to say saturated, but I'm kind of curious, like with Virtua Fighter's style, how it's going to fit next to like Tekken and Street Fighter and Mortal Kombat.
Mm-hmm.
The way
last Virtual Fighter was 2008.
no, it was last Dead or Alive 5.
Uh-huh.
6. I'm sorry, 6. Sorry, it was Dead or Alive 6.
What? Dead or
It was
Alive?
Dead or Alive. No, I'm sorry, not Dead or Alive. Virtual Fighter.
You think of hold on?
Was it on
Virtual Fighter.
PS2 or was there?
Okay, so
Fighter.
Virtual Fighter. I'm thinking of Dead or Alive and Virtual Fighter the same thing because they kind of both look the same,
Yeah.
and they both
it
kind
was
of play the same too.
2006 for PS3 and
Virtua Fighter
Virtual
5.
Fighter 5.
That was the last one, 2006.
No, they had a new one too, like online, and I just downloaded like a couple years ago.
Oh yeah.
Online version. Okay, so how Virtual Fighter 5 is going to fit in is more of a like chess type of fighting game, right? They don't have no power, they don't have no fireballs, no flame, none of that kind of shit. They just like it's like martial arts, and it's like like take your time, move to the side, strike, and then combos, kind of realistic in a way, not really, but Virtua Fighter's always been there like that weird fighting game, but it still has like this deep fan base, and it's like the chess up fighting games in a way. Most games are like playing chess, but that one seriously is like chess because it's. Have you played Virtua Fighter, Zelda?
Back in the day in the arcade, so it's been a while, right?
It really hasn't changed that much. Only thing it's changed is the graphics. It looks much better. It moves a little bit more faster, but it has that place in that history because you don't make 5 games and last this long for not to make it. It's really good. Virtua Fighter, it can stand the next to. Well, not stand next to. It can stand in the same arena, like it's a Tekken or a Street Fighter. It's not it's not like an anime fighter like Guilty Gear or Dragon Ball Fighters. It's that really like basic martial arts type of fighting game, which is really good though. It's pure. It's really no fireball, none of that shit. It's just 3D fighting. And what they show now, it looks kind of like that, I guess, Unreal Engine mixed in with it. It's looking really good. That's how kind of like Dead or Alive is too. But Dead or Alive is more a faster paced virtual fighter. But a little bit
Dead or Alive was real technical. You can do like reverse moves. You can knock people off of like balconies and stuff like that. So.
Yeah, the ring outs. Virtua started the ring out stuff too.
Oh, that's where Soul Calibur got it from, basically.
Yeah. Honestly, yeah. I think how Steve's explained it. Yeah, it might take the place of, since they don't do like Dead or Alive stuff like anymore. It might just like replace those games. And like it's like a real technical fighter because that's what Dead or Alive was. That was a technical fighter.
It really is. It really is. It's really
like
technical.
That shit was way harder to play than like Dead or Alive was always more hard to play than like Tekken and Street Fighter stuff like that. At least to me, it was way more difficult to play. That
it was always hard transitioning when I was like playing in tournaments and stuff. Like when we would just go and practice someone's crib. It was generally Street Fighter, Marvel vs. Capcom, and then someone's like, "Oh, let's transition and play something else." DOA was part of that rotation. It was always hard trying to rotate off and play that game, man. That was like, oh, damn. Oh, yeah. And DOA 5?
That's why I was mixing it up then, too.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They both kind of like the same type of game.
Right.
Which one of them actually didn't either Dead or Alive or Virtua Fighter have Ryu from Ninja Gaiden? Was it Dead or Alive?
DOA.
Dead or Alive.
Because the characters, what's her name? Kasumi.
Kasumi,
she was in Ninja Gaiden.
That's his sister, isn't it?
No, she was like a friend of the Ninja Clan.
Oh, okay. She had a brother, Hyatt. That was probably Hayato. Hayate, yeah, and he was a friend. He was a friend of Ryu.
Yeah,
and then that was like a whole family dynamic. And then there was Ayane, the girl with the pink hair. Yeah, so Dead or Alive is basically like a spinoff, like a fighter spinoff, like Ninja Gaiden. Now that I think about it.
Yeah, it is.
It's placed in the same universe, not
So he had a brother. She had a brother in the game. Who I guess got like, I don't know, kidnapped or what?
I do agree.
He got in Bison.
Dead Alive is better. Dead Alive is a little bit. I think Dead Alive is better than Virtua Fighter, but because a lot of people. Dead Alive has more physical mechanics, jiggly mechanics. So a lot of people go, "Oh yeah, it's dope." So, but no, it's a good ass game though. It's a really good game. Both of those games are great. I mean,
speaking from a fighting game perspective, I mean we hit like a cold patch for a couple years where we didn't have no fighting games. It was like none. Like it was like the era of the shooters. All it was first person shooters were taking the reins, and that's all we had. And I'm like, well, dang, we ain't got no fighting games. And then Street Fighter 4 came out, and we were like,
we back.
Okay, we kind of back. We got a little something here. We can mess with this for a little bit. then Street Fighter 5 came out. We're like, oh no, y'all didn't fell off the cliff with this.
Street Fighter 5 mechanically was a good game. It just released very bare bones.
It was crazy because y'all remember that
they could just release this for tournaments and that would have been good. Like, bro, who are you thinking you are?
Do y'all remember it was an open beta from 2015 to 2016? It came out. It still had the same problems. I said, ain't no way. I can't believe y'all literally wasted a whole year and nothing has improved. That's it.
I have been saying this for years. If Capcom ever decided to put just as much depth in the story as they do with the fighting mechanics, they would have an all-time #1 fighting game of all time. Like, guaranteed. That's where Mortal Kombat beats a lot of fighting games.
Mortal Kombat story is usually pretty fire.
I mean,
there's a lot of lore from Mortal Kombat.
Oh yeah, you was at the crib and I played.
I know. I still there watched you play through Mortal Kombat 1.
Mortal Kombat just to watch the story.
Yeah.
It was that good. I was like, damn, this is good. I'm like, man. He said, man, I got to go home. I was like, I know. He said, man, I can't stop watching this.
I know. I had like a 5-hour drive. I had to drive back home.
So, yeah. And then the last game was Warframe 1999, which ends up being some kind of DLC that I later found out. I thought it was just a solo game.
No, it's an expansion.
Yeah,
it's an expansion that I can't even get into because I haven't played the game in like 3 years. So, there's that.
So y'all, let's talk about this right here. We've been talking about how PlayStation and Xbox kind of took over 2024, with leagues and games and just good stuff. But what's going on with Xbox? This is like a constant thing we've been talking about on the podcast the whole year. Like, Xbox is like kind of like lost his way. Did you see how Phil Spencer was like pissy? They didn't win no awards at the Game Awards. They just showed up and he just like, wow. I feel bad. I feel bad for the Xbox brand. I feel bad for Xbox fans. But even I'd say this Xbox is kind of falling off. Like, even hardcore Xbox fans are like, bye, motherfucker. Let's go.
It was funny because
lost their identity, in my opinion. Go ahead, man.
Yeah. And I was like, where I was sitting, because I was sitting like kind of in the middle towards the back, but I can like see most of the people who was in the front. I saw when he got up and he was like, man, he just got up and had his hands crossed and he just walked off to the left. And he hurried out quick. I think that man was hurting. He was like,
when did he do this?
He did this like after the award ceremony was done. Like, after like everybody was clearing out, like I saw him get up. He got up with his arms crossed and he exit stage left. That man was gone. I said, damn,
he didn't say nothing to nobody.
Nah, he just dipped. Cause last time like I met him, I didn't get a picture of him, but I did meet him in 2022. Like, he was like smiling and shit like that, shaking people's hands, getting pictures. That night, he stood up and he just went to the left and that was it. He didn't because usually when you gotta leave it, you gotta come up. It's like a stairwell to go up. He didn't go on stairwell. He just went left and he vanished into the ether. I don't know what happened to that man, but the way his body language, the way he stood up, he was like, yeah, he wasn't. I don't know what state of mind he was in, but like just by looking at him, I don't think he was really happy all that much. So
when me and Zelda were watching it, I remember I pointed it out when I saw him. I was like, oh, there's Phil right there, and I was like, damn, he don't look happy.
Phil looked like he was in detention, bro. He was just like,
he looked like he got put in timeout.
Yeah, but you gotta think he's at the very front. He's the very front.
Bro, but looking at this terrible visual, he was just like this, like, this some bullshit here,
bro. Like, you know what? Like, for the first, I mean, if you go back to any portions of the early podcast, I was all Xbox all the way. I was promoting.
You were.
I was all the way.
I remember.
I don't have nothing to say no more. I really don't.
They kind of beat the Xbox out of Xbox.
They did. I'm like,
this
is an Xbox.
Yeah. You want to
have the nerve to play that
you
commercial again? I'm like, bro, nah, y'all need to kill that, man. Like,
this was an Xbox.
And then the Microsoft CEO, that man could. That's why I was telling you we should add this to the topping, the talking points this week. That man came out and said we are trying to redefine what it means to be an Xbox fan. All right, I know what that means. That means y'all ain't making no more boxes, and y'all just gonna be a publishing company. That's what that means. Talking about redefine what it means.
You think Sega, that's
like Sega redefined what it means to be a Sega fan by putting the games elsewhere. So we saw.
Okay, so here's the thing: you spend billions of dollars acquiring studios, and you've like literally squandered all of that. So what was your play with that? Was your play just to say, oh no, I don't want anybody else to play with my toys, so I'm just gonna keep them at my house now? Like, I mean, that's the kind of mentality. Though, like, I thought that was like, okay, this is a good sign. Xbox is taking all the right directions to potentially bust out some really solid games. But no, maybe they're just saying, hey, you know what? We want to give our games to the world. And
Halo on PlayStation.
Halo on PlayStation. That Keith's right. That may be it.
What you think, Saturn? I know you say you not an Xbox person at all, but what do you think about looking on the outside and you're not an Xbox, about what you are a gamer? What do you think about this?
And I do pay for the Xbox Game Pass, okay? But I don't own an Xbox except for the original. What I think is happening is that they made too many big power moves when they got acquired. Very stupid. And now that they're struggling, and I know they're supposed to be like the competitor of PlayStation, it's not really working out. And I don't want to, I'm not part of like the whole, like, you know, PlayStation versus, you know, Xbox, but I just think it's not working out for them, especially because they're trying to gatekeep a lot of games. So I don't know if it's a rumor or if it's true. Like, for example, I like the Fable series, and when I found out potential that they might release it on PlayStation 5, then I'm thinking that if they can do that with most of their games, like instead of having their exclusive, maybe just have it for another platform, they might survive financially. But yeah, I don't think it's at the same level, unfortunately, between the two companies.
I mean,
it is
bad, but it's like their only survival is to not have exclusive at this point. So I think Halo on PlayStation 5, it's looking about 99% certain at this point.
It's the way they go about getting exclusives, though, right? Like with you see exclusives developed on PlayStation by studios for PlayStation. Nintendo has a lot of their own IPs. Microsoft gets exclusives by just buying up companies and being like, all right, you're only going to release your stuff on our platform. That's not how you get exclusives. You don't force stuff into being exclusive. It's not has an exclusive. Like if they try to do that with Elder Scrolls 6, there's going to be a riot, bro. Like they need to release that to everybody.
I don't think they can afford it. I don't think
they absolutely cannot do that.
Acquired Bethesda, and they're like, yeah, we're going to do that, and also we're going to have all these online games just for us. It's like, you know what? If you want to do PC games, I understand, do that. But if you think that you can release console games and have them be successful, good luck with that. You don't have enough sales for that.
They got to recoup that. They got to recoup that 80 billion somehow. They say, "Hey, look, we putting this shit everywhere."
It wouldn't surprise me if they just become like almost like a publisher, right? And stop doing consoles and just be
they already
did game studios.
Hey, they already did their first published commercial like what, almost a month ago. This is an Xbox. They say that's all you need to. Honestly, that's all you need.
Like I know that we kind of bag on Xbox, but I mean it comes from a sad place, right? Because you know me and Ness's friendship began there, right?
Yeah, bro. Damn,
it's crazy. Bro. Like this, I talk to that dude every day. We talk literally every day, and that friendship started on Xbox Live.
Yeah.
So it's sad to see it devolve into what it has, but you have to evolve or die, and they're just gonna die.
Thanks, Microsoft.
I mean, you know what? Zelda and I have joked about this a lot, but he's literally listened to my daughter grow up over the mic
on Xbox Live.
Literally on Xbox Live. And that's just like, he's like, man, how old is she now? Like, what? I just remember when you were changing diapers in between matches. I'm like, I know, right? It's crazy.
You guys call your no family, right? Like the first time I ever physically met your wife was when y'all came down for my wedding.
Yeah.
But when we started talking to each other, it's like we've known each other for years just because of just, she knew me off of Xbox and all the stories and all the hilarious stuff that would happen.
Like his groomsmen. I was one of his groomsmen, but the other groomsmen were guys we were playing Destiny with. I've been playing for years with these guys. And like, yeah, that's the experience on, you know, Xbox Live. That's not the game, right? I mean, but the games are what brought us together, right? So they had a good arsenal of games back then. I mean, mainly during the 360 era, right? So you had bangers and you had people that wanted to play games. And I think that's stood the test of time. Is like if a company builds and creates really awesome games, people will buy them and they'll want to continue to purchase your brand. But if you tell us 1 minute that we're going to invest in the games and we're going to put out some AAA games for you guys, and then 6 to 8 months later you say, hey, this is what we're doing now, this is an Xbox, this is an Xbox, this is an Xbox, now you're confusing us. Like, I don't know which direction are you going.
Yeah, I get what Keg is saying. Like, okay, yeah, Microsoft's a $1 trillion company. Yeah, but Microsoft really don't care about the Xbox brand. If they could, they'll let that thing go. Microsoft is all about, like, you know, IT and like computer. They really not.
Yeah.
They're mainly
They
software.
didn't even really. If you go back,
not a video game company.
yeah, if you go back and look at the creation of Xbox, they had to pull Microsoft's arm just to do Xbox. And yeah, the Xbox came out. 360 was a great generation, but they shot themselves in the foot at the Xbox One generation with that dude, and they just went downhill from there. Then they started buying up companies. Did they think they took a huge gamble and trying to change the industry with Game Pass? And it's kind of not working now. You know,
Game Pass is dope. Yeah, you're right. I mean,
Game Pass is good. Don't get me wrong. Game Pass is great. But if you think about Game Pass, how many times you like, oh, I'm gonna play all this game? Game Pass is like, you know, you have all the games there, but
It's literally
it's
rental.
devaluing the Xbox. I think this is my personal opinion. I think Game Pass is devaluing the Xbox brand.
The fact that you got, I'm not sure if y'all seen this online, but I've seen a lot, especially the last 2 or 3 years. There's actually a subsection of Xbox players that say, if this game ain't coming to Game Pass, I ain't playing it. I said, bro, y'all the problem.
Damn.
Y'all the freaking problem. Yeah, y'all haven't seen that.
I heard people say that. Yeah,
because ever since the prices of game went up by $10 from 60 to 70, it's like, bro, I don't want to pay $70 for the game full price. It's like, it's coming to Game Pass. All right, cool. It's this new modern game ain't coming to Game Pass. I'm not playing that. It's all right.
Well, a lot of games were coming to Game Pass day one, right? And when you keep doing that, that's the standard, right? And then when you take that away from someone, now they're like, well, it's not coming to Game Pass. Well, I'm not doing it. I'm so used to now having to buy these, last 5 games that came out. Now I got to buy this one.
But think of it this way, though, right? I mean, kind of this thought process just came up. You have folks that say they don't have Xboxes or anything like that, but you do hear a lot of those same people say they have Game Pass.
Yeah.
Because you can play on PC, right?
Yeah, I have Game Pass. I'm looking at it right now, actually.
Right. So, yes, from that viewpoint, we have folks that say, well, I can just buy it on PC. It's fine. I'd rather play my PC anyway. Cool. Great. But for the folks that just like to play the console stuff, that's where people kind of stay bogged down because they haven't made the transition to the PC master race. Would like to call it.
Yeah.
Or they're sticking to their handhelds or whatever, but there's still going to be a small accumulation of the gaming consumer that's just stuck on console. So I think that's where the major hiccup is like you've got people that they're not the die-hard gamers and the collectors, but they're also not like the early consumer that doesn't know anything. They're just right there in the middle. They know enough just to get by. They know enough just to be dangerous, just enough. But that leaves them in this weird void of, well, what about me? What do I get? Because I don't want this and I don't want that. I've been accustomed to having this entire time, but now you're saying I don't have that anymore. Yeah. So what am I left with? So I think that's kind of the perspective.
Pixel Habit makes a good point here. Microsoft is shifting into more like services. That's where the IT industry is going.
Yeah, they're all going that way.
Is X as a service, right?
Yeah.
And I think that's what Microsoft's going to make their identity is games as a service, right? Nintendo has their identity. PlayStation has theirs. Xbox, I feel like over the past few years, and I think I said this a couple episodes ago, is really trying to find where their niche is. And I think games as a service is where they want to go. It's just, old heads like us are just resistant to it, I think, in a lot of ways.
Well, we're resistant to it just for the fact that it's the licensing thing. That's the problem. And I think maybe that's where Xbox or Microsoft, whoever, gets out of that play a little bit, is because, well, if I own all these publishers and I own the rights to all those games, I don't have to worry about the licensing down the road. Maybe that's what the end game was, and they're just not telling anybody. Maybe that's what it is. Okay, cool. I don't have to tell you my plans. That's my business. You figure it out when I tell you I figure it out.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
But and going like he's saying, Kay saying like, and I know Kay's a huge Xbox fan, and I want to try to take like not look at it as being an Xbox fan, but being a fan of gaming as a whole. Like looking at all these years of playing and gaming, and it's looking like the same thing. It's looking like the Sega is looking just like Sega. What happened to Sega? Sega had so many systems, so many they was doing good sales, and they cut that shit off. And this is Microsoft, where they don't really play around. And if something happened to Bill Gates, that Xbox might be going to, like you say, being Game Pass on everything. This is why they're probably doing a transition. This is an Xbox. I think this is if they bring out, they say gonna bring out one more system, right? I think this is the last physical system or generation Xbox is going to do, because you see their lane. They lane is Game Pass, and they wanted this to work. They've been wanting this to work since the Xbox One, but then PlayStation, and you got to remember too, PlayStation was on board with that too until they saw how the backlash the Xbox got, and PlayStation. They said, yeah, and they course corrected super quick, and also too within they course corrected, and then they brought their system out $100 cheaper, and it was over for Xbox. And then, and people forget this part, Xbox they backtracked on everything they said, but it was too late because everybody had chose PlayStation. And this is another one of those things in the history of Xbox. And don't get me wrong, I want Xbox to succeed.
Same here. We all do.
But it looks like, we do need it. It looks like if something major doesn't happen with Xbox, so they're thinking, or their leadership or something, it's going to be the way to Sega. No matter how much of an Xbox fan you might be, how much money they making, people choose. They're not going to be one to wasting money. People are. They don't even really give really good numbers for Game Pass. They just say like, oh, this is a number.
They stopped reporting numbers like 2017, 2018, something like that. They don't even like.
They don't even report system numbers no more. They even admitted that they lost this generation, I guess, war, so to speak.
I mean, you remember last year when Phil Spencer was on Kind of Funny Games, that man came out of his own mouth. He's like, just because we released Starfield, it's because we have games and stuff like that. This is amazing. This is gonna make people gonna sell their PlayStation 5s. I said, bro, you can't have that mentality. You can't have that mentality to run this type of business.
Look at this. Okay, so you could play Game Pass on console, Samsung TV, PC, all kind of stuff, and you could play it on. I can play it on my Tesla, but people are not going to want to do it that way. Gamers, we've seen it before. You can do this gamer versus PC, all this kind of thing. It's two different audiences. Some people just want to get a box, take it, plug it up, and play the games. Some people don't want to play on their phone. Oh, I got my controller or something like that. And they might be changing, but go ahead.
Now, about to say, I was like that to what Kick said. It's like, yeah, he mentioned all the stuff like you play it on console, PC, your tablet, your phone. What's wrong with that? I think what's wrong with that is, all right, think about it like this. When you're given, all right, any of you guys, anybody here, like either like all you can eat restaurant stuff like that, like going.
Oh yeah.
That stuff. Yeah. Do you try everything out in that restaurant, or you just go to like some of your favorites, or you like?
I don't try everything.
That's the point. That's what I'm trying to make. Like, you have all these different options. Yeah, of course you can do it on your phone, your tablet, stuff like that. But the thing is, if you have them everywhere, I mean, that kind of, I want to say devalue.
It dilutes it. It dilutes
it
takes the specialness away of being an Xbox. Like
because like for the Nintendo games, if you want a lot of this stuff, hey, you gotta get a Switch for that stuff. That's the appealing thing to it. It's like, all right, I got Xbox on my phone, I got it on my PC, my TV. It's like, bro, like that's, if it's there, that kind of like unincentivizes me actually trying to play it on there, because it's like, man, I don't need Xbox. I can play it on my TV. It's all right, but because most of the time, a lot of people don't even like finish those games. A lot of times, most of them even play them, because in Game Pass, honestly, I've had Game Pass for about 3 or 4 months now. There's probably only like maybe 6 or 7 games on there that I play, and I don't even play all of them on there. And after that, it's pretty much just a rental service for me. That's pretty much what I use it for.
Yeah, it's also bundled. Your Xbox Live subscription is also bundled in there, which is one of the other reasons why I have it.
We can play so why not Xbox Game Pass? Oh,
that's true. Yeah, people. That's a real thing. Like somebody you can play do on a pregnancy test. Yeah,
it is on Fire TV, but those experiences, most gamers won't. the gaming experience, no matter what it is. That's why people still champion. I'm an Xbox guy. I'm a PlayStation guy. I'm a Nintendo guy. I'm a PC guy. They don't want to like, oh, I'm an Amazon Fire guy. They don't want that shit.
I'm a Samsung TV guy with the Xbox app built in there.
Now, I can't say everybody does it, and it is about the games, but it's something about video games and the pride that people still take to this day. Brand loyalty. People are going to buy brand. It happens. It's no matter how much you don't want to say it. People are going to buy brand. Look at this PlayStation logo. You're going to buy. It's a trusted brand. Nintendo's a logo. Look at the thing I got the rock on. It's a brand. People like brands, and when you break up a brand for enough, if you co-brand something, it loses its speciality. It loses its luxury. So much like let's take Neo Geo. Look at Neo Geo. How special Neo Geo is. Everybody knows in reverence. Oh, Neo Geo. Oh, I ain't fucking with that. But I'm gonna see it, but some people. That's how I get. Oh, I ain't fucking with that expensive shit. But it's a brand. Yeah, you can play Neo Geo everywhere, but that brand when you got it right there, or it's like go back to Sega. That Sega people still want. It's on a Dreamcast. People still want a new Dreamcast. It's that brand. That's that pride in the brand. And Xbox is breaking up their brand, and it just doesn't look great. I understand what they're doing. It's about game, but still that brand loyalty. People still want that.
I know this is like one of those subjects that
I'm a mobile gamer.
it gets a lot of people fired up because it's like, to be honest, there's no right or wrong choice in the matter. To be
You're
honest,
right, absolutely.
Everyone's going to have a different opinion about it. It doesn't. And at the end of the day, it's really not even about the damn console. It's not about a PC. It's not about a TV. It's not about a Fire Stick. It's about the game.
Yeah, like he said it. Yes, about the games.
The root cause of it is a game. For my technical folks out there, if from back in the day, if we were going to talk about having a firewall and traffic moving through that firewall to protect, user and all that traffic, right? Well, if you don't have the solutions behind that firewall, generally what we would call that is a paperweight. So it's not doing its job. It's not doing anything to protect the end user from malicious traffic moving in. So if I have a box with controller and no games, guess what? I have a nice paperweight that looks good, that says PlayStation, that says Xbox, that says Nintendo Switch.
The Google Stadia
it doesn't have, and I have a Google Stadia. And guess what I have? No,
you got a paperweight.
I got a paperweight.
Especially Stadia.
These are all really good talking points. These are all really good talking points. But at the end of the day, like the root issue is the games. Like we have some really good bangers out there, a lot of good indie games that are coming out. And guess what? Those get railroaded and put into the dust because guess what? All these big name publishers, these AAA game companies, they've got the money to publish. They've got the money to promote. They've got the money to do the commercials and just drive that into everybody's face. And it drowns out all the little guys and girls from seeing all the really awesome games that could really potentially take them for their money. That's the problem that we have. But we have certain platforms, and this goes back to the Video Game Awards, where we did not see those games. And there was plenty out there this year that should have been in the awards, or at least given some visibility for us to look at, and for other folks out there and be like, dang, I didn't know Belantro was a game. Oh man, maybe I need to go check that out.
It is another game.
I didn't know this indie game was a game.
Yep.
I didn't even know about this mobile game. I'll try a mobile game.
And that's what goes back to what we were saying, like the Game Awards is literally just a huge marketing show.
It is.
It's just a marketing machine.
It's a marketing show, but
it's gotten less than the market show last year because even he was kind of joking at himself about shit that happened last year. He brought with the Muppets in, laughing at him and making jokes about that. I was okay. He listening. He listening.
That's good. I think it's moving in the right direction, right?
Yeah,
but that can't be the only source, right? because I think the Larian, the Larian CEO, I mean, like, bro, he put it out there, chef's kiss. It was the perfect way to say it. He's like, bro,
wouldn't change anything about it.
What are we doing? What are we?
Hey, that Snoop Dogg concert was dope. I mean, that was dope.
Yeah, that was really nice.
That was dope.
I mean, everybody was they got real lively when Snoop was out there.
Oh yeah,
yeah, he made everybody stand up. I know, I was there. He was like, all right, he made everybody stand up.
I mean, at the end of the day, I mean, I personally don't care how anyone plays their games. I don't care if you do it on a console, a PC, if you emulate. That's why I always say collect and play the way you want to play your games.
As long as you don't steal them. That's all I say.
Well, yeah, as long as it's legal. As long as it's legal.
Delisting? No. Unless they delist that shit.
You know what I'm saying? Don't get them off of a truck, unless you bought that truck.
Unless you give me one for $20.
Y'all didn't get that from me.
You got it from me.
But you just give me a good solid game, then I'll keep coming back. Okay, like if it's gonna be Xbox that's giving me the solid games, guess what? I'm gonna keep coming back. If it's PlayStation that's giving me the solid games, I'm gonna keep coming back. If it's Nintendo that's giving me the solid games that I like, I'm gonna keep coming back. That's all it is.
Yeah. But we cannot overlook like shouting. I guess all the shouting is not going to help Xbox. I just don't want to see Xbox go away. And we've seen a lot of, I guess, gaming PTSD with what happened with Sega, and they looking just like it, Like I said, Xbox is blinking on red right now, and like, man, come on, get them some energy or something. And I guarantee they got a plan in place. It's just like, what is going on? It's like this year, the last 2 years for Xbox has been bad. It's been really bad. Losing exclusives, changing up this, saying that. Remember, like, what was that last presentation they had like a year ago? They said all these games are coming out and nothing came out.
That was been their biggest issue. It's like a lot of games.
Yeah, that was after Redfall, right?
Yeah, and a lot of stuff. Just think
when the pandemic started, a lot of their games started getting delayed or pushed further out. Like that was a big thing for the industry. That was writing on the wall, man. Because
a lot
of people.
Because when Halo, when they said, "Oh yeah, it's not coming out this year, coming next year," I said, "Oh man, y'all."
And that hurt us really bad because we were anticipating that was going to bring our core group back, and it
needed to be a launch title for the Series X.
Yeah, and then when it did come out, it wasn't complete. It's like, all right, y'all had it
was half baked. It was
like they didn't have a same couch co-op, which is like that's like like one of the biggest cardinal sins you can ever commit for a Halo game. And then like the multiplayer with bare bones and stuff, it's like, man, no,
it's fleshed out now, but
now after 3 years.
Yeah.
I mean, mechanically it's fine. I just think that the world has moved on from 4v4 arena shooters, right?
Yeah.
It's COD, it's battle royale. I just think that it's a relic of a past age. Don't be wrong, I love Halo. I will be a diehard Halo fan until I die. But the world is kind of moving on from that.
I think a lot of people still kind of mad because 343 took over and they didn't do a really good job with the last couple of Halos that came out. And they were just piss poor. They wasn't the best, Reach. Reach was probably the best one. It was just
Reach was under Bungie, but that
was on the Bungie. Okay, there we go.
That was the last good.
It was Halo 4,
5,
Halo 5,
and Infinite. Those only three.
Oh,
they made 3.
4 was horrible. Only reason I like 4 because I got that the collectible. No, that was 5. Who was the guest character with the guy? Was that 4 or 5? I got this
5.
Okay,
5.
So
5.
They did. Okay, Guardian. Yeah, that's the best thing. That was the best thing about Halo because this little statue I got. They got
the
Halo.
Weapons in 4 was garbage. That's why I didn't like about Halo.
Well, yeah, Bungie just figured out gunplay. Like it transferred over to Destiny. They're absolute masters of good gunplay.
Yeah,
that's one studio they should. That's one studio they should have bought. But they let Sony and then look what Sony is doing with them. It's like, dog, y'all might as well shut them down.
Y'all doing this bag with Bungie.
They should just let them make Destiny.
Well, okay, so me and Zelda have talked about this numerous times that Bungie had gone to Microsoft and said, "Hey, this is where we want to take Halo. Halo's past was supposed to be Destiny's future." So the Spartans would eventually morph into the Spartans, the Spartans would morph into the Guardians. That was what the original play was. You even have Easter eggs in Halo 3 of Destiny.
I remember that.
Yeah. On the wall and on New Mombasa, it's like Destiny is coming.
Yeah.
Or maybe it was a 3 or Reach where it was there. I can't remember, but yeah.
Actually, was it 3 or Reach?
There's even Easter eggs in Destiny where you find John's corpse and your ghost is like, we don't want to wake him up right now, or something like that. Yeah.
Yeah. That was in the what was it? Like the
Cosmodrome, maybe?
It was in the Cosmodrome. Yeah. Yeah, we were freaking out when we saw that. We were like, "Oh my god, it's a Halo reference." But yeah, I don't know. Maybe I've just become a bitter gamer. I don't know. Maybe I.
Sad, what you think about all this stuff? You see all
I'm not a Halo gamer, so I don't know.
No,
I'm just listening.
No, not even Halo, but the Xbox situation stuff again. Like anything to add to it?
Well, piggybacking on a comment by JR. I do agree. It's way past.
Oh, okay.
It's a comment about how they remove a lot of games in Game Pass out of nowhere, and that is true. There's some games where I'm like, I remember I played this 2 years ago. I mean, I'm still paying for Game Pass, so it should still be there, right? And then just to find out that it's like unavailable, and that kind of hurts my feelings. So that's another thing that I don't like about online gaming catalogs, is that they like to remove to add more, and then if you own like the actual disc, then it's a different story because you can pop that in anytime. So this is why I'm still a little bit old school when it comes to that. I rather buy my games physically than but I still use Game Pass because there's certain games like I'm not gonna go out of my way to look for Persona 3, for example. I'm not gonna go out of my way for that when I can play it on Game Pass. But there's certain games where I need to have a physical copy of it because I know I'm not gonna be able to play it. So
Horizon? Is it
Horizon? Forza Horizon 4. That
it's about to be ready.
No, it's gone. It's gone.
It's gone.
No.
Part of me wonders why they don't. Remember back in the day when they used to have like games that would be free with gold. Yeah, if you had Xbox Live Gold, you could download this game for free. Why don't they do that? Like whenever they were gonna like remove a game off Game Pass, just make it where you could just download it for free if you have Xbox Live.
It's a license.
It's a licensing thing because you know how many games I had on 360 that the licenses got revoked. You can't download anymore. That Turtles in Time remake, that shit's gone. Marvel vs. Capcom, that shit's gone.
I still get that on my Xbox.
It's like a bunch of them, but it's literally a license thing. Even when you buy it, like Ubisoft, they did it with the Crew, the first Crew. Even if you have,
they destroyed the first Crew.
Yeah, even if you have the disc, you put that bitch in, it's gonna say, "What is this?
What is this?"
Also, real quick, thank Grizzly Bear King. He's a big VR supporter. Got me on VR, and I went out and got the Meta Quest 3. So this thing is freaking amazing. Grizzly Bear, thank you so much for the $10 super chat. But yeah, he said coming to Pale, and then also I'm gonna get that VR for the PlayStation VR, but I'm gonna wait on that after Christmas. But this right here, y'all, this thing is dope. I was in here talking to people and going different places. It's great. It's wild. They had like somebody made a bootleg Zelda and Mario levels and stuff. I was like, it was crazy. It's like really good. So yeah, it's really good. I love VR. VR is an experience. You can't really show VR. You got to experience it. So it's experience. Yeah, it's really good.
That's something like you can only say so much about it, but until you play it yourself, it's like
once you play yourself,
your word don't really do any justice. So it's like just play it for yourself,
bro. You be like, oh shit, I'm and then like somebody walking behind me and like it's a little almost remember how a PlayStation Home was, it's kind of like that, but much better. And people run around, you could talk to them and meet people. I'm like, oh, hey, what's up? And you can stick your head out and wait and tell them. You can watch basketball games courtside. You can go to company shows and stuff. I'm like, it's a lot going on in the MetaQuest.
Well, after you told me that you can play on VR Resident Evil Biohazard.
Oh yeah.
And they'll still get stuck at the same boss.
You ain't gonna like it. I mean, that's a scary ass game. I ain't gonna lie.
It is.
In VR, it's a lot scarier. Like you just make sure if you gonna go into VR, make sure you got a lot of room and make sure because you gonna throw that VR. Make sure you didn't use the bathroom. You didn't Make sure that the way that game it messes with your mind. Like you hear something like, I like, oh no, I
I
can't.
think it's when you get to the morgue area that I probably would not survive physically.
Yeah, I played it. I got
the farm would be gone. I would perish just seeing that thing chase me,
The
and then
part
get
that
to the boss of the mother or whatever.
the part that got me because I played all of Resident Evil 7 in its entirety in VR. The part where the dude gets into the car in the garage, I had to restart that thing like 15 times because you're doing this the entire. You're looking at him as he's spinning around. So, oh god, yeah, this. I don't know if I can do this anymore.
But how was it? How was it at the morgue in the basement? You were not like as scared as I was. I'm on edge there all the time because you
That's
get
the thing. Like I played horror games for so long. The last horror game I played that actually scared me was Outlast. If you ever played that, the game where you're reported, you got no weapon but a camera.
Yeah,
That's terrifying. Resident Evil is like you got handguns, machine guns, rocket launchers. Like after a point, it's like I just blow this shit up. But in Outlast, no, only thing you can do is run. And
you got to Outlast, huh?
Yeah, and then
Exactly
and then that one button where you can see where you can turn the camera around, some dudes chase you. Oh, that shit. And he's like, oh no, I can't do
the
this.
game made me audibly scream.
Yeah, and then because y'all remember that one scene where you walk back and forth, that dude's in a wheelchair, he doesn't do shit, and you like walking back and forth, and then he finally stands up and grab your wrist. I had turned off after that. I said, yeah, that's and that got me. That's the last horror game I played that legit.
It is so fun and thrilling. It's thrilling because I will never beat it. I know I suck at it because I'm too scared, and the fact that I'm scared makes me want to try more. So if they have that on VR, I'm doing it.
Oh yeah. Get
a PlayStation VR too. I mean, not two. You can get the one. It's on the one. You get on the one. Like you can the PlayStation VR 1. It's really cheap now. You can probably find one for like $100 and then get Resident Evil 7 and then just upgrade it upgrade the patch and just have the VR. But it's
Wait, I guess I missed it. Y'all talking about horror games on the VR?
Yeah, I played Resident Evil. I said never again.
Is that what you checked out?
Oh no, it's no for real. Yeah, like I said, I almost pissed myself. I'm like, no.
The PSVR 2 though, man. Like I played it at my sister-in-law's house, and they the Horizon Zero Dawn VR game is amazing.
What? Oh,
I heard
it is amazing.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I want to get the
VR setups are really dope for racing games. Like it's so immersive.
Oh yeah,
racing
games, yeah.
Hey, Wipeout on the if you start in the VR or the console VR, I would definitely start with the PlayStation 4 VR. Everybody got a PlayStation, mostly now. Get that. You can get one cheap on Marketplace by like $150. Probably cheaper than that with a lot of games. Because a lot of people just throwing them away. And the games are super dirt cheap. And there's some fun games like Wipeout. I mean, you feel like you're going like, oh, and like it's dope. I love Wipeout. The racing games is dope. I haven't played Gran Turismo, but I heard a lot of good things about Gran Turismo. A lot of VR games are very fun. Like I said, it's a whole different experience. So you have to really just get into the VR and play it. Just make sure you have a lot of room. And if you want to record yourself, put that camera way over there because you're gonna kick the shit out of it.
The Quest 2 might not be too bad either with the Quest 3 being out. The Quest 2 is pretty cheap.
That's the one that's wireless, right? That's the one that's wireless, right?
Yeah, I have a Quest 2. I kind of want a Quest 3, but I don't know if it's worth the upgrade.
I wouldn't know, but I do like about the Quest 3 this new pass-through thing, and this does a lot like the Apple Vision Pro. Like you can use your hands, and it has like you can like work on the computer on this and stuff. You can like surf the internet, watch YouTube, and all that kind. It's a really good entertainment device, and it's a lot of great stuff on there. Like you can, and the pass-through, like. If you go too far, you can still see like your phone and all that kind of stuff. Or you hit a button and you still see the VR, but you can see your phone and stuff. And so you want running and stuff. But it's really good. It's really, really good. I'm not gonna lie.
The pass through on the Quest 2 it's like black and white. It's real bad. It's just enough for you to see that you're gonna run into some shit. That's pretty
damn. That sounds like that was intentional.
Steam has a strip club in VR.
Yeah, it does.
They got a bunch of stuff in VR.
Yeah, they got a lot of stuff. I was trying to talk around that, but yeah.
They got Roblox in VR where people go to house parties and they were shooting them up.
Yeah, people got to do stupid stuff. I
Internet is
went to this
undefeated.
McDonald's in VR. People sitting there right behind the counter and like giving money and like getting food, and people
Like some dude, there was. I'll see if I can find the stream, but yeah, there was literally people. It was like a house party, like a regular house party in the hood somewhere. It was like 40 people in there, all my headsets on. They all sitting in the back drinking lean, doing whatever they doing. And then somebody came in and shot one of the avatars, and people was like, "Oh no!" They start running the house. I said, "Y'all get on VR to do this?"
Yeah, it's like riding around the block with a Glock the whole time.
in VR.
I said, "What do y'all get entertainment out of this shit?" I was like, "Well, then again, if y'all can't gangbang in real life, y'all want to pretend." I said, "Okay,
Yo,
okay, y'all can't do it in real life, so you gotta." All right, y'all got it. Y'all got it.
Yeah, what's up, man? Let me see. Can I put this MetaQuest up, man? Like you got an app, right? And it's quick. And I don't know if you can see, but like I just put. You can make your little avatar, and like your avatar be like, there you go. Like you can.
I was
like
like, Pokemon Go avatar for a second.
No, I know, but kind of look like it though. Yeah, like you'll run. That's be your real avatar in life in there and stuff. You go talk, and when if somebody get next to you, you can talk to them. Hey man, what's up? Oh hey, how you doing? Where you from? And all this kind of stuff. Like people that be dating on there, met folks and stuff. I'm like, all right then.
They be planning drug deals and shit. Like,
Bro, imagine getting catfished in VR, bro. That'd be the worst.
bro, y'all laughing. Y'all gonna know that y'all gonna start seeing news reports like that in about another 10, 15 years. That's gonna be common knowledge right there.
Oh, what way AI is now? Shit, AI.
Yeah, that shit's gonna be real.
Somebody got abducted by their house after being sweet talked by a Ugandan Knuckles avatar who promised them infinite world. Like, y'all did
That
what?
got no damn sense, bro.
Hey, this title of the press. Dragon Ball Super returns in February 2025.
Yep, I saw.
Is it? I don't know if this is the.
I think that's the move. Are you talking about the manga?
I think so.
They're talking about rumors for 2 movies, one in 25 and one in 26.
Yeah, I'm looking at Geekdom. He just put up something.
There's a rumor about manga coming back, but it's not going to be for a while.
No, it's a manga. I'm gonna watch the thing, but I think it's the manga. But I'll see. I'm gonna look at after go on. But yeah, this VR shit is crazy though. It's dope. It's really good. Game, but like I said, past everything, besides all the mess, we are really in a good era of gaming though. We are really in a good place. Like we talk crazy about it. We got a lot of good stuff, like Capcom Rising from the Dead.
Yep.
We spoiled
Next year.
He said next year.
All
Next year.
I just
Hey, at least they are bringing some good stuff back besides Street.
all I just need for them to do is to make another Mega Man X game.
They are making another Mega Man. They're working on it.
I need to see it in my lifetime, bro.
Mega Man X, no, Mega Man X.
Yes,
Mega Man X.
Like Mega Man, the original classic one will always be like one of the goats, but X has always been my favorite. I really need to see a return to that type of game. Like it's been too long, man. Last game we got was in 2018, bro. I'm tired. That's been what, almost 8 years? Yeah, it's been almost 8 years. Like, no.
Wow.
Hey, you know what though? I would definitely love to see if the Mega Man, like how they're doing all this classic stuff again. Would they bring out Mega Man Legends 1, 2, and then they finish 3 like they do in the Marvel collection or some shit?
That'd be amazing. Seeing how 3 was damn near close to completion when they started on 3DS, I can believe that. I can really believe that.
That'd be, and they upscale it a little bit, it's all hey the Mega Man Legends.
Right now that whole game is sitting in somebody's desk named Jeff, just sitting on a flash drive somewhere. It's like, oh, it's sitting here. They published it yet? Like, they published it yet? It's like, oh, motherfuckers! Like,
Jeff quit months ago. People like, y'all seen Jeff?
He been playing.
Yeah, he works in accounting.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be 2025 release. It's gonna hit November.
He's the only one on the podcast right now.
We agree. It's not coming out.
I think it coming
To be fair
out.
though, I think we should mark this moment, and if he ends up being right, we're never gonna hear the end of it, right?
You right, definitely right.
Oh,
I'm a better man. I'm willing to bet that, man. Like, I
want to take a bet too.
I think that's
Oh, now y'all want to bet?
I don't have Neo Geo money, so I bet with y'all.
Same poverty, so gonna have to bankrupt myself out of it.
He's like paying food stamps. Nah,
I
think they would have given us a release date by now if it was coming in 2025. I feel like.
Nah,
I think they just
for
They
pre-order,
would've
right? There's
they
no
would've-
announcement of that,
they-
so
It'd
I
be
don't think so.
There's gonna be like a ton of collector's editions for this game. A new Grand Theft Auto game is it's different than normal release games. It's like a whole event onto itself.
There's gonna be
been that way
midnight
since-
releases for that
It's
joint.
been that
Yeah.
way since Grand Theft Auto 5. 'Cause that was you talking about breaking records upon records, boy. That's gonna break every single record of any product ever sold ever.
No,
Anything.
take that down.
I got a fresh,
said
I got a fresh
no.
copy of Mario Brothers. I'll put up. Not a CIP
Yeah.
one. You get a cart though.
Hey, well, let's talk about this now. It's about 2025. Okay, everybody, let's go with everybody around, and we'll start with ladies first. What do you think is going to be something? Okay, do this. A release that you think is going to happen in 2025, and something out of the blue that you wish that might happen. They'd be close to happen, and so that's two things. What you think is going to be the big release next year, and then what you think that may come out that may be a out of the blue release, like a Mega Man Legends 3 or something like that. So, Miss Saturnine, what do you think?
Yeah. What I think, let's start with the out of the blue.
Okay.
What I think will come out of the blue. You know how Nintendo is. We all know Nintendo. Every time they announce something, it's unexpected, and then it's like, yeah, by the way, it's in 2 months. Enjoy. You're gonna have to go bankrupt because you're probably gonna buy everything we release. So I think I'm hoping that they're gonna do re-releases for GameCube games.
That's a good one.
I'm hoping. There's so
Mhm.
many games that I want to replay and I can't because they don't have the GameCube. N64 is great and all, but stop releasing N64 games for 5 seconds and just
I'm
convert
with
the
her on
GameCube
that.
games.
I 100% co-sign that. That's some real shit.
But
That's
I don't know.
good.
I think it might be hard for conversion. Maybe that's why it's they're not doing anything. But that's what I assume that they will do, because if they do that, then we can finally get, the Wind Waker. I can finally get to play that again. Twilight Princess. You know how it
They're on
is.
Wii U, but I agree though. I agree.
Would you be
we have
happy?
Soul Calibur. Was it
Yeah.
4?
Yeah, no, Soul Calibur 2. That was Soul Calibur 2 where Link was in it.
Oh yeah.
Okay. So there's the one that came out with the GameCube. So that's Soul Calibur. I want to play that again. We have Super Smash Brothers Brawl. That was fun. So to me, it's like I just want the GameCube to be released, and I think that they might actually do that because it's long overdue.
Would you be happy? Would it be added to Nintendo Switch Online?
Yeah, I already paid for it. I pay for every single subscription out there. It's really sad, and this is why.
This is why you're in
But I
poverty.
can't afford nice things.
You like us, you bought all this shit. All right, that's good. That's a really good one. All right. Somebody said this right before you get your next one. I don't think that'll never happen because of the license, but that'll be a damn dream. Oh, that'd be a dream. Oh, that'd be a dream.
Bro,
All right, what if?
Bro, you have a higher chance of being invited to one of P. Diddy's parties. Let me stop. Than having that.
No, you didn't.
You got a higher chance of meeting that man than ever seeing Def Jam, bro. I'm sorry, and I'm not saying that from a malicious place. It's like I love Def Jam, but dog, that is licensing nightmare right there. And hell no,
It is. It is a license nightmare. Even Snoop kind of like says something like not towards it, but he has said things in the past about he wished that game can come back out again. All right. So what do you think next? And the second question.
What was it again? I'm sorry.
I know you got all. No. What you think is going to be the big thing next year, basically? And let's take that Switch. Let's take the Switch 2 out of it.
Yeah, because I don't think the Switch 2 is coming out personally. I don't think so. But the biggest thing, if they do it, if they proceed with that, would be to have Xbox exclusives on PlayStation 5. There's a lot of exclusives that I want to play, and I don't want to play it on my PC. I would rather play it on console because I just like to lay down on a couch and play with the side vision, So I am a huge Fable fan, so if they're releasing a new Fable, I would prefer playing it on the console I already have, because who's got the money to buy an Xbox? Not me. So that's what I'm hoping would happen next year, and I think it might happen, to be honest, when No more exclusives. I'm tired of exclusives. And you know what? There's a lot of like exclusives that we have. PlayStation player. A lot of exclusives for PlayStation players that I'm sure people that play on Xbox would want to have, or PC as well, right? You see? So I think we should just, if the exclusives ends, then financially everybody's gonna be doing great. Everybody's happy.
That's good.
I will be happy at least because there's a lot of games I want to play. And yeah, that's all I have.
I like your perspective because you bring a different viewpoint on it, right?
Yeah, because it's sometimes it's not fair. Even like Elder Scrolls 6, that's not going to come out in another 25 years. But by the time I'm raising my grandkids and I finally get to play, I don't want to be like, oh well, I'm on PlayStation 20 and I can't play it on that because
PlayStation 20.
Damn.
Commercial from back in the day, didn't they go to 9? I mean,
yeah, they made the PlayStation 9 commercial where they open the little thing and said all the stuff goes inside your head and shit. Yeah. That's
whatever
funny.
console comes out when I'm 75, that's the one that's going to have like.
That's just wow. Okay.
That's the one that I want to be able to play. It's never gonna come out. They just released that one GIF and that's it, and then they're like, enjoy it. Okay, thanks for the high quality GIF of like
that man said we got one more trailer to show you. That's the one y'all keep asking about. I said no, don't do it. No, you did it.
You know how
Thanks.
easy it was
See y'all
to
in
do what they
2030.
did?
It was literally a title screen. That was it.
A title screen, and then the background. All they did was use like I think software called World Machine, where you just grab a map, and then you generate that map into a world, right? And then that's it. They're like, wow, let's put some textures on it, and we have this.
He literally just grabbed the typography of Oblivion, put some more textures over it, and just had Elder Scrolls 6 on. I said, bro, what are you doing?
I'm telling you, they use World Machine. They just you just have to use the map, and then you have to 3D generate it, and then you're like, wow, look at that. We made a GIF. Enjoy.
World Machine now. We know you're a good artist. Hey, ladies and gentlemen, she's a great artist. But you got to explain World Machine for people who don't know, like me.
So, for a lot of like the lazy folks like myself, we don't want to 3D model mountains. We don't want to waste our time like sculpting them or whatever. So what you do is like you grab a nice, it's a flat map, and then you kind of like I don't know how to explain it. So there's like a bump map on it.
I know what you're talking about.
Map, and then you kind of like elevate that. You play around until you have these pretty mountains.
Geometrical modeling, I think that's what it's called.
Yeah, but you don't do shit. You just like scroll things around. And you're like, wow, these mountains look great. I'm gonna export that. I'm gonna quickly add some nodes to generate snow at the top, generate some gray at the bottom. And you're like, okay, great. Now we add some trees. So there's another software called Speed Tree that you just like slap trees all over the place.
You're a tree. You're a tree. You're a tree. You're a tree.
You grab it and then you place it on like
tree. Don Cheetah boy.
Anybody else want to go green? Yeah.
I'm Captain Planet, bitch.
Call me. Get us straight for that paint.
If y'all haven't noticed, like a lot of games, like the intro for like Resident Evil stuff, at the bottom will say Speed Tree. That's what she's talking to. A lot of games use Speed Tree.
Speed Tree is like the new industry standard. Before it used to be frowned upon because it's like you're not making the trees yourself, you're just generating trees. Now they don't care because
of course
generate trees, grass, plants, everything, the leaves on the floor, it's all Speed Tree. And then they just like slap that on like Unreal Engine, and then they made a GIF, and then they're like, good, we have a game now. I feel defrauded so hard.
That was funny. I can imagine.
She taught us some stuff like that one.
I can imagine somebody sitting there like, oh man, this forest is great. Yeah, it's Elder Scrolls. Excuse me? Yeah, like step right on. It's like,
I was like, that was my school project. What do you mean it was Elder Scrolls?
He's like, wait, Elder Scrolls now. He's the Elder Scrolls now, motherfucker.
Oh, I remember that 1943 trailer. I can't wait till that game come out. That's gonna be another 3-4 years.
Yeah, that's 2028 right there, 2027. Early.
All right, Zelda, give us some predictions. 2 things. One thing that you know that you is like, I almost forgot my question myself, but you heard one thing that you want, and one thing that you know is is one thing that you would like to see, and then one thing that you hope happens, or you might predict like your big prediction, like just out of nowhere?
I think I would. I hope that we get a new 3D Mario game as a launch title for the Switch 2.
Okay.
I think that would be, a huge system seller. I mean, it's Mario, right?
They haven't had one of those since you can't say the Wii U, because new Super Mario Brothers U wasn't really a new game,
Right.
so it's guess what?
Didn't launch with it, so but yeah.
Since the 64, really a proper one since the 64.
And I think that we are going to see an announcement trailer for The Last Ronin.
Oh,
Ninja Turtles game.
I forgot about that. Yeah.
From the same people that make God of War, I believe. It's going to be the same engine.
That's going to be so cold-blooded, bro.
That's a
good one.
prediction.
That's a real good one. God damn. That's a real good one. Ness, we go home. I miss old nigga. Mega Ness. Which one of y'all? Y'all can go. Whoever want to go.
I ain't got nothing for you.
Nigga, what you got? Think about something. Ness. We'll come back to you.
No. I think it's something. What I'm hoping that happens, since Nintendo's, from their last move they've been doing the last couple of years, they've been bringing out a lot of their known IPs, and this is a generation that really been popping off. So I know Metroid's been making a good comeback this generation, but I'm hoping next year with the Switch 2, they finally announce something they're doing with Star Fox, and I really hope that it goes back to, I'm not sure if anybody here or who listens ever played Star Fox Assault, the one where the one that has like ground combat, you can get out the plane, you can go into. I hope they return to that, because honestly, that was a
good Star Fox game.
Yeah, that was. Say what now?
Was it on GameCube?
Yeah, that was one on GameCube. Yeah. That was one on GameCube. It's just when it came out, and then like multiplayer games was like all the rage, and that game didn't have online multiplayer. But if it did, I really think that would have been like a mainstay for them. So that's one thing I'm hoping. But in terms of, what was the other question? Like what I'm predicting that will happen? That was the other one.
That will happen. Yeah.
Well, I know at this point Ubisoft ain't gonna be around much longer, so that probably will happen. If I'm being honest, like Ubisoft, they ain't gonna be around much longer, which is sad, because I was telling you guys. Honestly, that's what it's kind of looking like, because I'm still pissed off about the whole X-Defiant thing. Because I was telling you guys before, Ubisoft, they've done a lot of like stupid shit over like the course like 10 years or so. But one thing I will give them credit for, they were really, really well before this year. They were very good at making a game, even though it's like bare bones, not par for the course, is missing certain stuff. They're really good as like, hey, we know we messed up, but we have a vision. But we have a vision with this game. We know we messed up. We know we had a vision with this game, but hey, we're gonna stick through it. We have a plan. Just give us about 2 to 3 years. We got y'all. They did that with Rainbow Six Siege. They did that with For Honor. People are still playing those games. So I was under the impression they're gonna do the same thing with X-Defiant. They said, nah, man, this shit come expensive. We gotta cut it off. And it's only been out for like 6-7 months. So
who do you think about them? Tencent?
I think Tencent, yeah, because they've been buying up a lot of shit lately. I don't know if y'all know, they've been buying a lot of shit in the last like 5 years. And then think about it, there's like five major publishers. You got Take-Two Interactive, you got Square Enix, Ubisoft was one of them, EA, Activision, Capcom, yeah. So like, let's say those 5. You don't think that Tencent's gonna pass up the opportunity to buy one of the top leading 5? Nah, they gonna do that shit. They definitely gonna try to do that. So I think they cut that off so they can like save some money on the back end, so they can look more presentable in those shareholder meetings. So I think it was a sacrificial altar, unfortunately. So
you think they will get sacrificed over EA? Because EA is not doing really good.
Yeah, but EA they have like steady revenue with like Apex Legends. Unfortunately, Madden's still doing good for them. I fucking hate that franchise.
And then college football did great.
Oh yeah, college football. So like they have a safety net. Ubisoft ain't got no damn safety net. They got concrete below them. That's it. They ain't nothing.
They've had a rough year.
So it's like, yeah, it's out of all the publishers I just named, Ubisoft, they are prime for buying right now. I bought some of their stocks. Their shit was like $2. So yeah, next year I plan on getting quite the increase. So yeah, I don't think I told you that, but I bought some Ubisoft stocks. I said, dog, these just was like $2. I took like $200 I just had laying around. Just hey man, it's gonna be in the long haul, but yeah, I think it's gonna pay off for me. So yeah, unfortunately, yeah, I think that's what will happen. That will be my prediction. I think that's what will happen, unfortunately, because Assassin's Creed alone, that shit ain't gonna save them. They got
delayed on top of that.
Yep, like they got in all that controversy. They got too many IPs that they've been hemorrhaging money on. They got too much stuff. They got their hands in too many jars. Oh, I've got to tell y'all this in the message. They also bought out a new game that has fucking NFTs in them. Go figure. When's the last time y'all heard about NFTs? What, 2022? And they still doing it in 2024. Exist? Yes. Shit. This was announced today. I said, bro, no wonder y'all being bought off because y'all doing shit like this. But yeah, that's what's happening. That's my spiel. So yeah, that's oh fuck that.
Well, also y'all make sure to thank you, Porn Star JR. Yeah, y'all make sure y'all liking the podcast. Thank y'all for listening. Make sure y'all hit that like and subscribe. We can keep going on and stuff. But basically, I think next year because yeah, Ness is streaming. Shit. Roger Rob, what's up, man? Friday night. Yeah, we on Friday night because Thursday. It's been crazy the last 2 weeks. You know, everybody couldn't get together last night, but usually we're here on Thursday. So welcome back, Rob, Retro Rob. So what I want to happen next year, and this is me, I want to see the return of better collector editions that people can actually buy. I want the major game, even smaller games. I want good collectors. It's like you're saying, Monster Hunter, bring out another system or something like that. Xbox bring out a brand new system or bring out a new collector's edition. You know, if they bring that Turtles game out, bring a nice ass a nice collector's edition. I want to start buying better collector's edition because over the last couple of years, you see the collector's editions of Nintendo, they just give you this big box with not much in it. I'm like, that's so lazy, you know? I want the return of better. That's what I would like to happen. Now, what I think is going to happen, probably going back to Saturn's thing, I think that hopefully, that GameCube collection will come out. I think, but I don't know if it's going to be digital or physical. I would love it to be physical because I heard they still have that Zelda just sitting on it. You know, Nintendo's petty, so you know they ain't bringing it out.
You mean kind of like what Analog did with the N64, or you mean like a GameCube Mini, like that has all of them on it?
No, I'm talking about like just physical games, like you know the
actual games.
Yeah, like the game. I'm talking like for the Switch. I'm talking like the game, like a GameCube collection. Like, all right, we're gonna have this GameCube collection and blank out every, you know.
Yeah, Skyward Sword was the last one that was remotely close.
Yeah, it was remotely close. Yeah, but they redid it, which they made, and the life upgrades was great too, because a lot of people didn't play Skyward Sword, but on the Switch, a lot of people played it, and when I played, it was great, you know. So I hope that happens. I believe that will happen. I hope.
No, but that'll be really good for F-Zero because
oh my gosh, bring back F-Zero GX, man, goodness.
That shit is in purgatory, man. It's like it's prime for the picking, and they ain't doing nothing with it.
It is. That's why Nintendo did bring a lot of their old IPs back. That's when let's change that. Nintendo bring back they did this year with Kirby. They did do a good job this year. They put 4 Kirby games out this year. It was 3 or 4.
Oh, the one that came out in 2022, I believe. The Forgotten Land. That shit was fire. I love.
Yeah, the Forgotten Land was so good.
That was the perfect palate cleanser after getting my ass whipped on Elden Ring. That was the perfect. That was the perfect game to play in between. No, because I platinum the game, so I beat all the bosses. So you gotta imagine, I'm like, I put 300 hours and I'm struggling, sweating like that one meme with the dudes like typing in accounts people. I said, no, I can't play this shit anymore. So I went to Kirby. I said, oh man, this is lovely. I love it.
Busting on
they be getting you, boy. I blame it all on Steve. It's Steve's fault. This is your fault.
How?
What you mean, how? It's your fault.
You were buying all the Neo Geo games.
You over here, you rich. It's all your fault. I'm not rich.
You're wealthy, right?
I know. I'm not. I wish I was wealthy. I definitely do.
I me too. Shit.
I wish very, very much
Shit,
so.
well, these Neo Geo games coming out before Christmas. I got, god dang, I missed out like 3 good ass games.
Nope, none for me, sir. I'm done.
Yeah, you down to the last 6-figure games. I'm sorry.
No.
Look at you. No, I'm
No.
sorry. They're only 5-figure games. I'm sorry, not 6 figures. Well, 2 of them are 6 figures, but yeah. Well, now one can be 6 figure. They're all 5 figures, really. So what about you, man? Give a prediction for next year. Come on, church. Give us something.
I would like to see an update on Mass Effect next year.
Okay.
I really would, because I know we got that half trailer of Liara. Like, I think that was
2017 or something like that.
No, it was last year.
Oh, was it?
Yeah, it was last year.
It was.
I'm thinking of a different one.
Yeah, I think you're probably thinking of Dragon Age, because we were talking about it at the same time, roughly. Because
There was one where she like uncovers this like ship in the snow.
Yeah,
or whatever.
That's what he's talking about. Yeah,
yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So I haven't heard anything else about it, but I mean, if they're going to continue it and move away from Andromeda, you know,
He's that's like
you know, the trilogy, man, it goes so, oh my gosh. Yeah, so hopefully we get some more about that. I would love to see that. And then
that's a double-edged sword with Mass Effect though, because like if you played it and beat it, there's only so many ways you can approach that, brother.
Yeah,
like,
I know.
So many ways you can approach
and
that.
I know that it's not the same team there anymore.
Yeah.
It's not the same BioWare and all that. So anyway, what was the other one?
And something that you wish would, well, I guess that you wish it happened. Something that you predict that you know is going to happen.
Oh, hell.
Confirm that you know is going to happen.
City of Wolves. Yeah, I'm ready. I'm ready to see that City of Wolves. So that's the new Fatal Fury game.
Oh, Fatal Fury.
Yeah.
Speaking of that too, man, I was right about the Street Fighter influence in it. No, I said Street Fighter is going to be a part of the game.
You were right. Yep.
Thank you. I just want to know.
You're
No,
welcome. You're welcome.
I'm kind of glad that Ryu's not in. I'm glad it's Ken and Chun-Li. You know, because Ryu is almost every damn thing. But you know, they probably add him in later on after people start bitching, complaining about Ken. And
No.
there's more people.
Ken makes the most sense because
Ken does make the most sense. Yes, he does.
Ken and
Terry
they
got to be brothers. You know, they got to gonna reveal that.
You still
That's so I am still on that half brother stuff. Yeah, they would be so just tongue in cheek to people who know, like the creator of both Fatal Fury and Street Fighter created Terry and Ken, and that's his day. It would just be.
That'd be crazy for Terry, Ken, and Andy, all three of them to be brothers.
Well, Andy's not really his brother.
They're adopted brothers.
Oh,
No,
that's right.
Yeah,
that's right.
So, like Terry's adopted, so you know, what is it? Their father adopted them from an orphanage and became their martial arts teacher before he was murdered
by geese.
By geese
in front of them. Well, not in front of them, but
I mean, it would be kind of dope. Let's say, like, you know, Terry, and then something happened because you know, Dad's this billionaire, you know, rich kid, and blah blah blah, and then. I mean, but they ain't trying to go into that kind of depth in a fighting game. They ain't about that life. So that ain't gonna happen. This ain't Mortal Kombat.
No, but that would be dope though. They could put like, you know.
I mean, if you adding some like real world plot twists in a fighting game, bruh, we need to talk because
I got some stories.
Yeah,
I got a whole Netflix series.
Change the whole game up. It's not a fighting game anymore.
I do. I got a whole Netflix series. We was talking about that one. I got a whole Netflix series for Neo Geo and mixed right to Street Fighter. I got a whole series. I got 2 shows or 3 shows, 4 shows actually. I got 4 shows. Perfect. Netflix, come holler at me. We can do it. I got 4 shows already in my head, just talking it right out. It'd be so perfect.
Y'all don't really. I'm not trying to completely go off the hinges here. Y'all don't watch. Y'all watch some anime. I know Zelda don't really watch much anime, but
I started watching Soul Leveling.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
What'd you think?
But I'm on the first episode, so I can't.
Oh, okay.
I said I started watching it, man. Come on now.
Okay. Well, cool. I'm proud of you, man. I'm proud of you. You actually did it.
And also shout out Joseph. Thank you, man. Appreciate you. Happy holidays. He said, while your chemo treatments, man, we are wishing you so much peace and happiness. Thank you so much, man. We hope you bring our silly asses can bring you a little laughing, man. So thank you so much. Happy holidays to you. Go out there and beat that cancer, man. We love you. Happy holidays to you, brother.
Holidays, my brother.
Yes, just come there. Yes. Go back, check all the content, man. Thank you. It means so much to us. Thank you so much, man. Yeah, and then like I said, the fighting game stuff, it does need more. It needs more story. I'm sorry, I'm just a fighting game fan, but yeah,
I know you are. I mean, I just think like
it sounded like okay, all right. That's how. Okay, said how, how you feel about
games should have more stories, and especially fighting games. That's the only thing that prevents me from playing fighting games. Is I don't like to just bud mash. I want to know a little story. I think the most recent Street Fighter did do that, so I did enjoy running around and doing like side quests and stuff and fighting at the same time. So it made it more fun for me than just.
You like that World Tour mode?
Hmm?
You like that World Tour mode that you can make yourself and go around?
Yeah, because I'm an RPG player in general. That's all I play, like 99% of the time. So for me to find out that they did have some elements of that, plus you still fight, I'm like, let's go, let's do it. So I agree that I think that there should be stories with like in between the fights. You know what? There was a game that was like that. Have you guys ever played Naruto Clash of Ninja 1 and 2?
Oh my god.
Yes. Oh.
That
is yes.
the entire time. So good.
That's all you had to say, girl. That's all you had to say.
Naruto Rise of the Ninja, and then what was the second one? The Broken Bond?
Mm-hmm.
Oh
my god. Hey, she.
And then the Storm games.
Yep.
Woo!
That game gave my Xbox the red ring of death because I played it so much.
Man, they needed. I know they probably not gonna remaster that game again, but that game was for its time. But that game, it's still a $30-$40 game, but it's worth every penny. I mean, it's so faithful to Naruto. Like I'm getting goosebumps. So shit, I love that game. That game was good. Both of those games were good, man.
My favorite was Ninja Storm on the PS3 when that came out. The first one,
yeah.
First one, that was because it was basically Clash of Ninja and like Broken Bond. It was pretty much those retelling. So that was my favorite.
I'll tell you this, and I probably said this on the last podcast, but solo leveling the game is really good. I am really surprised. I mean, you don't have to pay for nothing. I mean, they got a lot of paywalls and all that nonsense, but you can play for free, right?
Hey. So real quick, Joseph said we already said Joseph said is a new Marvel vs. Capcom game worth getting, and what system should I get it on? Yes, it's getting.
Are you talking about the collection? Oh yeah, it's worth it. Oh hell yeah!
I think you need to get it on the Switch so you can take it with you. Since you're going back and forth, like getting treatments and stuff, you can like get back home, put it on the big screen TV, and go work. Because there's not no graphical updates on it, nothing like that. It's just straight game, and also you got on the card too, man. Go for the Switch. The Switch. Get the Switch version. That's what I picked up. I mean, I got both. I got it on all. Got Switch, Steam, and all of it, but I have it physically on the Switch. I want to get it physically on the PS4, but no, get it on the Switch because you can just take it with you and then plop it down. Then somebody come up, bring some more controllers on. There you go. Got two players.
Definitely get the physical version because I'm predicting that Capcom, in their infinite wisdom, are going to delist that shit again in about 10 years. So
they're not going to do it this time. They learned it.
Just be careful. Like, if there's a physical version, just go ahead and grab it, bro, because you never know. You never know.
You never know. Yeah, you're right about that.
You know what? I think we might be all right. I mean, now we're hearing, that old Sony might be selling them rights to Spider-Man back to old Marvel.
Uh-oh.
That old that Hunter movie ain't doing too hot in them theaters, you know what I'm saying?
No. If they'd have had the Hunter and Spider-Man 2, that would have been good. That was the best Hunter movie right there. Spider-Man 2 on the Spider-Man 2 game had the best Hunter story. The dude was
it was good.
He was going at it. I mean, and
I might be superheroed out. I don't know.
I am.
Yeah, a little bit. I'm a little superhero out. I still like it, but I'm I'm bad superheroed out. I'm good superhero like Wolverine, Deadpool and Wolverine. Love that shit. That was really good.
I like that. Good. It was different. I like.
But like bad stuff, like I don't know if I want to go watch Agatha, or now the new season of what if it might be good. You know, this new Captain America. I got mixed feelings just because
stuff kind of scares me. Like they had to go back and reshoot again. I'm like, but then that last trailer they dropped looked good, so I was like, okay, well we might be all right.
I mean, well, shit, Superman. You know, we talked about that, yeah.
I know we did. I was like, okay, so real quick, I liked Crypto's part a little bit. I thought it was cool.
Say, drag my ass. If that was a cat, he'd be like,
yeah. He'd be like, bro, you better get up.
Yeah. Cat would be looking at him like,
let that sun hit you a little bit and get you re-energized. I can't get past the suit. I just can't. No, that's just me. It just looked baggy.
You said it looks baggy?
It did. It was baggy, bro. Go back and look at the video. Like when he was crunched up in his Yamcha pose.
Yeah,
it was all
like.
Up.
I mean, you'd be crushed up too. You look
no, man.
Remember they showed the suit originally, like in a screenshot, and people back then say it looked too baggy. I don't think they changed.
They didn't change it.
It's like damn, like why is he like Superman is more built than that? Why is it?
The design's okay, but it's just, he got a lot of extra space with that padding, bro.
Yep.
Like. I know you got to breathe and all, but sacrifice for the fans, bro. Sacrifice.
I mean, it's James Gunn, so I have faith. I really like James Gunn.
He's going to do good with it. And his tone, he always have that when he has a movie, he always have that James Gunn filter, you know, on all his movies.
It's not dark.
Yeah, it's kind of like dark. It's almost kind of like Batman animated series a little bit. Have you noticed that? All his movies.
Yeah, I didn't get that tone here. Like, I didn't like. It definitely does not have the. I mean, well, when he dropped from the sky, that gave me Man of Steel vibes. But then when you break out into the rest of the segments, I'm like, okay, I'm not getting that anymore. I'm not talking about like. I'm talking about like how Batman animated series was drawn on black paper, and that filter type of deal. I'm not talking about the tone of the Batman's game. I mean, Batman the animated series. I'm just talking about the visual look of Batman animated series. He kind of got it like that dark tone, you know, like how it is on Batman, you know. Okay.
If you kind of look at it a little bit, that's what it reminds me of. Because like even Guardians of the Galaxy, you know, it was kind of like, you know, that anyway it's in space, so it's dark anyway. But you know, he just got that. If you look at his films, he got that weird, like
it almost like saturated, maybe
kind of, yeah, like real dark, yeah, something like that, yeah.
Guardians of the Galaxy, that's what y'all got?
No, he made Guardians of the Galaxy. Remember?
I know, but that's the tone that y'all feel from those movies. That
dark type of dark humor, type of like dark but serious, but yeah, kind of like you know, like
okay, I see what you're talking about.
Yeah, he just that's I guess that's his style. You know, like who's the dude like to blow up all the shit in the Transformers movies? What's the name? Michael Bay. You know Michael Bay shit. It's bright and blowing up every shit, and you know, well, that's him.
You can always count on him for some explosions.
Shit, he had explosions and goddamn turtles.
Yes.
Can you imagine if he made a romantic comedy? She would just blow up for no reason. Like
even the turtles, his turtles movie was good, but still, like you need explosions and turtles.
No cap. I would prefer somebody in a suit, to be honest.
On turtles?
Yeah.
Yeah, go back to
I need CGI turtles.
Yeah, the way they
I love the original movies with the more dark and gritty tone.
Bro, the first movie was the best.
First movie was so hard to me.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, first movie was
so hard to me.
Dude, it still stands up.
Yeah.
It stands up, yeah.
You know, like a lot of the movies from the 80s be like, oh, this is cheesy. I'm like, oh, I can't do this anymore. How did I love this as a kid? But no, that I'm gonna go back and watch it.
Even Turtles 2 was okay.
Turtles was fun.
Turtles 3, hell no.
Turtles 3 was garbage. They changed the suits and it was just
Oh, it was so ugly. Them turtles were ugly. They were like the turtles that one was on stage coming out of
Yeah,
shell.
bro. Was
That
it
was
from,
that
God.
from a pizza restaurant sold the tape for free or whatever if you bought a.
I
like a
love that
merch
show
code?
though. I ain't gonna lie. I went to that
Yeah.
concert. I was right there. I was like, oh, I was like right there. Turtles singing. I said, I was in that joint, boy. But it was some ugly. There was some, I go back on like, damn. Like you see the meme when they was on Oprah and they said, "What's so special about your day?" And they were like, "Oh, you didn't see that? You ever seen that meme? With the turtles coming out of the show tour, the guys, right? They was on the Oprah show, and these kids was asking questions, right? So they had to edit it. One kid asked, "What's so special about Splinter and your dad?" He said, "What Splinter? What's so special about your dad?" Raphael said like that.
Wow. Wow.
The little kid was like, and how they edited it was like, and they be like, "Oh, just go look." It's so bad. It's so bad. It's so funny though. Like he just told, "What's so special about your dad?" I was like, "Damn."
They caught him on a bad day. He was like, I've been in this suit. It's hot. Like,
Yeah, man. I know they had to take them helmets off every so often. I know they was in there sweating.
Yeah, they was on Oprah show too. Man, bruh. Well, y'all, we almost. I kind of figured we was gonna probably hit 3 hours, but we had a lot to talk about. Have fun. We got Miss Saturn and Zelda on the podcast. They might be back. We'll see. Try to get Saturn and Zelda back if we can get them back. We'll see. I know how to pull Saturn's leg. And it's like, come on, girl, get out here. Stop being lazy. But tell everybody where you're from, Saturn. How can people find you?
Oh.
Oh.
Things caught me off guard.
I caught you off guard. There you go.
Where I'm from, like.
No, that's why how they can find you on the internet.
Ah, okay. Because I was like,
Don't come to my house. Yeah.
There's nothing going on here in Canada, but where they can find me. Well, the name. Wait, hold on. Here is my art account on Instagram and also my Twitch. And then my other Instagram, you can find it on that Instagram because that's the one that I'm very focused on is the, game art. I'm trying to get back into that, but yeah, you can find me there. I'll start attempting to stream scary games because I can't play by myself and I'm always by myself. So it'll be fun to have people suffer with me. So,
Okay.
Oh, and this is a off topic. I actually wanted to bring this thing up.
Okay.
Have you? I mean, I know you guys know of Spawn, right?
Wave.
Spawn, the character,
The character.
comic.
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm.
He's like not a hero and he's not a villain. He's just like a.
Oh yeah, Spawn. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
What about him?
Oh yeah. He does the thing. Do whatever the fuck he wants. Yeah. What about him?
They need to make a game for Spawn.
They got a game.
I thought, like I.
Oh yeah, a new game.
I'm like, you have all these like, because we were on the subject of like heroes, and then you guys were like, we're heroed out, and I'm like, yeah, but if they had like a game of Spawn, that would be really, really sick.
You know, he got one on PlayStation 1, right?
No.
It's like 100 years ago. I mean, like,
He's 100 years.
He's like, damn, Steve, in my lifetime, like in my new lifetime.
Yeah, okay.
PlayStation 1 is my lifetime. Obviously, I'm not as young as I look, but I'm just saying, like, I wanna play like on the PS5.
Movie.
You're doing a new movie, please. I'll be so happy because I've been watching the old cartoons.
I think Rocksteady would be perfect for making that a Spawn game.
I think so too.
Yeah.
Ooh, that'd be gritty.
I'm just putting it out there.
Universe
will send the message like this video will get to them, and then they'll make Spawn. Because, man,
it's like we need something new. With their Spawn is he's almost like Batman, but way more violent. We could do a lot with this.
The Spawn.
Batman, but better.
Oh,
Didn't old boy play Spawn?
Michael Jai White.
Michael Jai White.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
He
said he'd even come back for the movie, but whatever studio was talking about greenlighting the new one, they never talked to him.
They need to.
Yeah, the fans were like, "Bruh, give it to Michael Jai.
Give us a Black Dynamite game."
They just need a better script. That's all it was.
McFarlane said it's in the works. Shoot, hey.
Okay.
Or we need him get us a new Black Dynamite game.
Oh,
Black
Oh, God.
Dynamite. A Black Dynamite game would be so fucking great.
oh my
It'd be
god.
fun. That's for sure.
Oh my god.
That'd be so
Come here, Cream Corn.
Black Dynamite. I sell drugs to the community.
I love Black Dynamite. That's so great.
Oh, God.
He's like, it's slapping cream corn. Like,
Cream corn. I have your ass farting through silk, baby. Mm-hmm. As you can see, I've watched that movie way too much.
Oh my god! Every time I watch it, I know something else that I didn't notice the first time.
Y'all need. I don't know if y'all watched the animated series of
the animation.
Oh, it's hilarious.
oh my god.
It's so good. It's so
Mhm.
good. All right, Zella, where can they find you, brother?
Oh man, you can find me on YouTube, TikTok, and Twitch as Zelda Hat Guy. I have a new episode of ROM Hack Rewind coming out this weekend.
Nice.
That's
Rom
what's up.
Hack
Shout out.
Rewind. That's dope. Mega.
Catch me on social medias, IG, the Bird app, aka Twitter. I refuse to call it the X word. And YouTube. Got another video coming out in about a week or so. So it's another episode of Back in My Day. So I'm trying to get that out to you guys next week. But yeah, it was a good talk tonight. I knew it was gonna run a little over, but hey, a lot of stuff happened. I'm glad y'all gonna be able to chat up with us. So we'll definitely be on time next week. So stay tuned, people. But thanks again.
Ness, you over your flu, man. You feeling better, man?
I am feeling a lot better. Apologies, I have not dropped any videos. I know, I'm sorry.
Hey, it's end of the year. Nobody dropping videos.
I need to work on these videos. So yes, Neo Ness, you can find me on the YouTubeage. Yes, at Neo Ness. You can find me on the Instagrizzle. Yes, the Instagram.
The Instagrizzle.
What now?
You said the grizzle. Yeah.
Yes, the Instagrizzle. In the words of Snoop. Snoop and me, we go back. Underscore Neo underscore Ness. You can find me there. All my latest pickups. I don't have none. I'm done buying stuff for the rest of the year. So yes.
And I believe you this time.
Yeah, you definitely do.
There's only 11 days left.
But
in the
shit,
year,
it's on 2 weeks. It's on like what eight days left in the rest of the year. So shit.
No, homie, I'm done for a minute. I told you, spring.
Oh yeah, I know. What you
Yeah,
that big purchase you buy? Yeah, I know. You know that big purchase. Feel sorry. I don't feel sorry for you. I'm happy for you on that purchase. But yeah, you probably will be really done. And thank you. You are done. Okay, we'll see. We'll see in 2025, guys. We'll probably see you at 2025. I'm dropping just shorts for to the next year, and I got two big videos dropping on Christmas and New Year's as a recap. But they were some really good videos, and we'll see you in 2025, guys. And always remember to do it the right way. See y'all next time, people.